it's Game Awards this last week. I was kind of watching them just as we got the party started, and I kind of watched them throughout the rest of the night, even when I had to leave for my little situationship. My little situation, not situationship. Hold on. Pause.
Hey, yo,
forever. But what happened is this one game in particular, a game I've talked about a lot because I played it, won a lot of awards. And of course, that either has people excited, people who like, I love that game. That's cool. Or it has people mad, like, how this game win all these awards? This game is this, that, and the third. A game a lot of people probably never even played. And I find that, of course, to be hilarious. We just talked about this last week. People really just like being negative sales. Negative shit moves on the internet. More people will come and because people will be mad that you don't like their game, or people gonna be like, yeah, I too am mad that this game that I don't know anything about won awards that I don't care about until I care about it. And so I just find that so fascinating. I think I'm gonna try to in 2026. I'm really just gonna try to push the positivity in my socials and in my life in general. Because I can't keep letting the algorithm win the game and push us sideways. Feel me? So we'll see how that plays out. But that is my intent, man, to try to be more positive on the positive tip. It's not that I come through negative at all. I get sometimes I'm just like this week no news stories because of negativity. This week I got a couple of news stories. But one's a real positive one, and one's kind of like, get this motherfucker out of here. But it is what it is, you feel me? So, I mean, that being said, let's chat a little Game Awards. Did you know Game Awards was popping last week? Did you care?
Neither.
I know you didn't care. I have to ask that. That's for the audience. That question was for them, not for I.
I know, and I answered it. Now they know. I neither knew about it nor did I care.
Fair. So let's just run through the winners. Player's Voice winner was Wuthering Waves. Don't know what that game is. Don't know what it's about. Never heard of it before. So I'm mad that Wuthering Waves won the Player's Voice award.
I mean, it depends. Who do they beat out?
Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Dispatch, Genshin Impact, and Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh my God! With the murderers are like that, they won. Holy shit!
Let me just do a quick search.
Sidebar. Never heard of a single one of those fucking games.
Wuthering Waves is a story-rich open-world action RPG with a high degree of freedom. You wake from your slumber as Rover, joined by a cast. This is all, mind you, this whole thing is like lightweight in Chinese. So I think this is what. So the player's voice award is the one that the people can vote on, and basically just seems like Chinese people voted for that game.
Well, here I can tell you this. Like, I joined one of those Facebook groups where it's like a quasi dating thing where it's like find your player too, and so it's just like nerds from all over the country going in there and posting like, oh, I'm so and so and I'm from such and such and these are the games I play and I'm looking for friends or maybe more blah 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 blah. People be posting games in there all the fucking time that I've never heard of. And then I'll scroll through the comments like a little bit, and people are like, "Oh, I play this and I play that too," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Man, all you out here like jamming these games that like I know nothing about." I didn't realize that like the horror genre is like so popular.
Massive, massive, man. Like tons of people playing like these different scary games, and they stream them, and they get their stream numbers up and so forth. It's
the jump scares are a thing. Yeah.
As we get to this list, I would like to revisit this Facebook group. Thank you, Moore. Okay. Best esports athlete. The winner was Chovy. Jong Jae Hoon was the winner. I don't know him. Don't know what game he plays. I should look up what he plays. At least I can tell you he plays X. Search for Chovy. Chovy apparently plays League of Legends. Is the game he esports in.
Man, that thing's still going.
League is massive.
I played a little bit of League back in like 2011, 2012, something like
that. Best esports game was Counter-Strike 2, which is also still going.
Yeah, I last year, like a lot of the Call of Duty streamers had gotten kind of turned off from streaming Call of Duty and getting hacked out all the time. And a lot of them jumped over to gambling on Counter-Strike crates or something like that, or chests.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw a bunch of streams where they were just dropping thousands of dollars at a time to go buy like these rarity chests from like years ago or something.
Yeah, I'm not built for that kind of world. The things that they sell and trade on Steam is no, I'm not.
That's what it was. They were going on Steam and they were buying like camo crates or something from years ago.
Yeah,
trying to hit like old rare rifles and handguns and shit.
And for a while there, hats was the big thing. It's craziness, right?
I've heard about it like in like Maple Story and stuff like that. Like those old like art.
Maple Story, when Maple Story first came out, way back when I played Maple Story. And then of course it died and they brought it back. And so the new Maple Story, new old Maple Story, yeah, it's funny to me that game came back and is very popular now. Maple Story was kind of the jam. Content Creator of the Year, Moist Critical. I don't know his work. I have heard that name. I can tell you that.
Did you say Moist Critical?
Moist Critical. That is his name. It's okay. It's okay. Most anticipated game. I mean, I bet you can guess. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, like, I hope it's not a Call of Duty game.
No. Not after this year.
What's the fucking game? Like one of those like Elden Scroll games.
No. The most anticipated game is, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, yeah, the game that's never going to come out.
Which basically has been that way for about 13 years now. So, the best adaptation. So, this is basically something they got a movie or TV show, whatever, made for it. Another easy one.
Fallout?
No, wasn't even on the list this year. The Last of Us Season 2 is the winner of that one this go around.
I still need to watch that.
Yes, you do.
And I actually I have some time now because I mean we'll get to an entertainment, but like I finished up what I was watching today.
Cool. Best multiplayer, Arc Raiders won. Best sport / racing, which is a weird thing to put into one category. Those would be, in my opinion, two very different categories. But best sport / racing, Mario Kart World.
I mean, that's got to be like kind of like if it's just racing, how many racing games can there conceivably be? Is it just like Forza and
F125? No, there was no Forza this year, so no. But Sonic World Cross World's another kart game. So there's a few that came out. You know what I'm saying, of the race game. Recreation, but spelled like a wreck, like car wreck, was another racing game this year. So there are several. I just think, like I said, I feel like sports and racing should be separated. Because in sports, you got Madden, you got what was once called FIFA, but it's not anymore. You got the NCAA game, and people are making, they make other ones or whatever. So 2K, of course. So there's enough.
But those are like one title per sport. It's not like there's like 7 different basketball 2K variants, whereas like racing has like a bunch of, so it's like I could see separating racing from the rest of them.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you have to lump the sports games all together because it's not like there's 7 different Maddens.
No, I agree with that. I think there should be a sports category, blank, stop it right there, and there should be a racing category. I don't think they should be together, is what I'm saying. That's one category, sports and racing, for some stupid reason. And I don't think that's smart. Your best sim / strategy winner is Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Your best family game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Your best fighting game, I don't see a winner listed. They just have these up, so I don't know who won best fighting game. But the nominees are 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtual Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. But which one won? I don't know. They don't have it marked. Best RPG was Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best action adventure game, Hollow Knight Silksong. Best action game, Hades 2. Best VR / AR game, The Midnight Walk. Best mobile game, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. It's a game where you race pretty women, horse women. It's a thing.
Pretty horse women?
Yeah, you know what? I know what I just said, and you know what? I should probably show you representations of it.
Are we talking like centaurs here, or are we talking like attractive? What are they called? Jockeys.
I'm trying to find you a good image of Umasame. That would be cool if they were centaurs, wouldn't it? Yeah, this works. Let's open this image. Or maybe not. Okay, there we go. All right. And I don't know if this is going to fully explain itself, but these are your pretty horse girls. And as far as I know,
so it's a gooner game.
Oh, faux shizzle. That's for a very specific crowd of people who bang with that set, but that is the winner in this situation.
Like I've seen so many people, like when I was first introduced to the term gooner online, it was in like a negative light. And as I've gotten more immersed into the terminology,
into the culture,
I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of.
Gooning is going at it in a way that, as it turns out, we probably was already doing anyway.
Yeah. Like the one comedian I follow on Instagram, she did like a podcast interview at one point, and she was explaining to the hosts the difference between gooners and what was the other thing?
Like edgers or something? Like
edgers.
Okay.
And she was saying that like gooners were like really supportive of women or whatever, where like the other ones were like kind of like could be potentially violent. And she's like, I would have gladly accept the support of a gooner any day. And I'm like, the way she explained it, it was like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is nothing wrong here. Like, they're at home just kind of doing their thing, like online, like gushing over women, but like they're not like hurting nobody.
Gushing is a particular turn of phrase, my guy.
Yeah.
Shit. Where were we?
Incels? Maybe incels was what she was comparing it to.
Yeah. Dangerous people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
because she was saying that the gooners were just at home edging all day, bricked up, but like they were positive, like they support women, where she's like incels like will push you down the stairs. That's what she said.
Okay.
The comedian was Maddie Mays, like for those. I'm not trying to steal credit, like not tag.
Respect on Maddie Mays. If Box gets me a link to it, I'll put it in the show notes. And if not, go look it up. Your best debut indie game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So right there, that's already three wins for that game. Best independent game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3. Best ongoing, No Man's Sky. Games for Impact, another game I played this year and loved, South of Midnight, very great game. Innovation in accessibility, Doom: The Dark Ages won that award. Best performance, Jennifer English for her portrayal of Mael in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best audio design, Battlefield 6. Best score and music, Lauren Testard won for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best art direction, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best narrative, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best game direction, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And game of the year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It took home 9 awards of the I believe 12 it was nominated for. And it's been interesting seeing TikToks where people are usually what that's called? Stitching. They're usually stitching the videos. I'm not seeing videos in my feed of people being angry about Clair Obscur. I'm seeing people stitch a video and be like, having people be mad about Clair Obscur, and then going on displaying like, y'all gotta chill, man. And I am, and also what I'm also getting in my TikTok algo is most people who are playing it for the first time because they once it won the award, they're like, "What's up with this game? It won so many awards. Let me check it out." And people being thoroughly impressed by it, and that's been real fun as well. That game, I don't play turn-based role-playing games, Box. I just never really have. Only one I played that I can really speak to is like Super Paper Mario with a Thousand-Year Door, and oddly enough, this kind of plays like it, and so the story was just so compelling that I just kept going. I just, honestly, God, I kept playing, I kept going, and I really, really enjoyed that game. And highly recommend if you have Game Pass. It is on Game Pass. As I said, I think I said last week, I'm getting this is my last month of Game Pass, but I actually think I'm going to buy that game because I actually think I kind of want to have it in my collection. And it's a cheap game; it's only $40. So it's a really well done game. I kind of want to wait and see if they do a Switch 2 version because I wouldn't mind having a cartridge of it, but we'll see how this all plays out. Either way, like I said, I'll probably put a couple of shekels down on it because, like I said, I really did enjoy it, and I played it on Game Pass, meaning I didn't give them no bread toward it, besides the bread they get from Microsoft. But I feel like I should put in on it. But like you said, I really, really enjoyed that game. You are a Call of Duty gamer. You got some mobile games you fuck around with, but you are a gamer. You know what I'm saying? You always have been. What games are you? What kind of games do you play? What kind of games would draw you back to playing? You know?
I don't know if like I kind of enjoy games when I'm online with people now.
Okay.
There's not a lot that I do solo anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would play. I want to say if they came out with a new Halo, I'd play the story. But like they had the last Halo, and I played the story like a year after it came out, and I only got like halfway, never finished it. I don't know. I feel like maybe like that part of me is just in hibernation right now. Like I've gotten more like into tabletop like Magic again.
Yeah.
I was just playing Magic this past Sunday at a buddy's house. Someone's texting me right now about getting together to play Magic for a tournament in February. I don't know. Like I played the Call of Duty for a little bit last night. Like the problem we were running into last night is like technical difficulties. So it's like we're all middle-aged men, and so it's like we have jobs and lives and shit. And some of us, to more varying degrees than others, but it's like we're not staying up until 2 a.m. on a Wednesday night anymore, playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And so it's like we only got like a finite amount of time that we can play. So we get on and it's like the audio's not working or the internet connections are bad and someone keeps getting kicked out of the lobby. And so it's like we wasted like 45 minutes just trying to get into a game last night. And then it's like 2 games go by, we win like the third one, and then we're getting into the fourth one, and then the one guy's like connection drops and he gets kicked out, and then we're all just kind of like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm gonna go eat dinner, have a good night. And then like tonight, it's like a couple of them got on at 6, but like I had to go somewhere, and so it's like I couldn't play tonight. And now it's like tomorrow, Friday. Like I don't know if anyone's gonna be on or not, like playing, because some of the guys that were playing on Fridays, they've split off and started playing Battlefield. And sometimes Friday's not even fun to play with them anyway because they get super drunk and belligerent, and so it's not enjoyable. So it's just like, I don't know, like I don't know of a solo game that like I really want to play right now. Like I don't. That part of my life might be over.
Oddly enough, because of what you're describing is the reason I don't play online games. I hate people acting buffoonish. I hate when dudes be getting on there acting real reckless and talking crazy and shit like that there. And I know that's your homeboys, and so whatever you kind of you appreciate them for who they are as people. But also I'm just like, I don't need it, man. I played a bit of, not even I can't say a lot of. I played a bit of Destiny 2 online. I did a couple of Destiny raids in my day. And I had a decent enough time, but I'm not good at that. And when I can't, I'm not a good team player in that regards. And what it is I'm also oftentimes I was a rookie at it. Those people have been doing these raids forever. They knew what they was doing, how they supposed to set it up. they know their call outs and stuff like that there. And I don't, and I felt so out of place and useless a lot of times. And like, am I messing up this whole experience for these people? So it's like that mindset keeps me away from online stuff like that there. I'll play some Fortnite, but I play solos. I go out there and just go pop. And so that to me is just like how I used to play Halo. I played pretty much always solo and just go, I don't know, I do some but you can capture the flag. You can play teams in Halo and not need to be on a mic. You know what I'm saying? For like basically because your team.
It depends on the mode because like I tried to do a Halo tournament one time during COVID with some people. We only got like one practice session in together.
Yeah.
And then this is back when I was still playing on like the living room TV, so I wasn't even on a monitor and shit. And like a lot of the modes you need to communicate like positioning of the opponents, like who's going down what lane, like who's going to make a run for the flag. Like you do need to be able to communicate if you want to play it at a high level. If you just want to get on there and fuck around, then like, yeah, you can go on there and shoot and just kind of raw dog it. But high level competition, you need to communicate.
Yeah, that is not who I am, which is why I'm a solo gamer. I play mostly solo games. I was up the other night until 2:00 in the morning playing Metroid. Guess what? That's problematic for the next day. You got to go to work. Real bad. I was dying that next day. It was no bueno. But man, I love that game. We'll talk about that later as we get toward the entertainment section of the program. But I don't know, man. I find it fascinating that people, but I shouldn't, because like I said, we just had this conversation. Anger is what makes the internet move nowadays. It makes the algorithm move. It's what gets people to come and watch your content, and it's what gets me to block you almost post haste if you're talking wild and reckless about something I enjoy. I'm like, I don't want to see you in my feed. Goodbye. And it's not like I'm judicious with my blocks on any social media. I'm saying it's just whatever. So if you're saying some wild and reckless shit about something I appreciate on any level, food, my sports teams, the video game I'm playing, if you're saying wild and reckless shit, now you can be like, I don't like the Guardians because they're in the same division as the Tigers. Cool. I actually like that. I like that interaction a lot. There's a guy I watched a ton of all season long who was only talking about Tigers baseball. And I enjoyed watching him discuss Tigers baseball because they were our division rival. That was a good time to be had there. But if you was talking some crazy shit, block. Not interested. I don't want to see this in my straight up block because I need you gone in a way that I'm like, I'll never see your bullshit. And so it's funny to me that I'm like I said, I'm watching this and people are like, hey man, why are you so mad about Clair? That game is so damn good, Box. I'm just be real with you, man. It's such a good story. How it's such interesting. It looks pretty good because it's in the Unreal Engine 5, so it's a pretty good looking game. The music is insane. It's so good. Like it's such a beautiful, like just like if you just started that game up, you'd be like, wow, that's a really pretty start to this game. The music to it. So I don't know, man. Big up Clair Obscur Expedition 33. You deserve your wins this go around, and that is from a guy who is normally just a Nintendo. Not really. I play everything. I have a little bit of everywhere. Like I said, so, but most of the time I'm a die-in-the-wood old school Nintendo guy. So to be pulled off of that and somewhere else, it takes something really good and something fascinating, something I really would enjoy to pull it off. And so there you go, man. If I can find somebody to sherpa me through some online games, maybe I can dip my toe in. Also, that's the thing, putting on headphones and talking to them.
I mean, like if it's strangers, it could be a little whatever. But like if I'm just like chopping it up with my friends, like sometimes it's like the only time I get to talk to some of them outside of like random Discord messages or Facebook Messenger or whatever,
Yeah. And that's basically what it's the new school phone. It's just group chatting. I mean, not group. It's voice chatting while playing a game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just basically what it is. You chop it up with your homies in a specific way. And,
like last night, like we were playing, but while we were playing, we were talking about John Cena's retirement match.
Yeah,
and then I was talking about investing in gold and silver, like You know, we were having like casual conversations while we were in the middle of playing this game.
Yeah. And hey, what you got better than that there some days, y'all? So there you go. I'm gonna wrap to you. Then we're gonna start the show, and it's gonna be a great time because it's a great time to be had. Just rapping and singing again, so I get to sing you a little bit. So that's always a good time.
The way you describe that kind of reminds me of when a teacher tells you that you can't use the word to like, you know, define itself. It's like, it's going to be a great time because it's great. Like you can't like.
It's going to be a great time because I goddamn said it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time for me because this is my hobby. I do it, you know, from time to time. I hang with my homeboy here. We talk. It's great. It's good shit. There you go. So now you go. Okay. Okay. Check this out. The sun went down when I hit Slauson on my way to the strip. Now I'm just flossing, checking my rear view, because niggas they will do. Jack moves, black fools, because I smack fools. Trying to set me up for a 211. Fuck around and get caught up in a 187. But I don't represent no gangbang. Some niggas like lynching, but I just watch them hang. So on and so on. Why don't you let me roll on? I remember back in the days when I used to have to get my stroll on. Did nobody want to speak? Now everybody peeping out their window when they hear me beating up the street. Is it Tay? Is it Tay? That's what they say every single motherfucking day. But yo, I ain't tripping. I'm just kicking it. While my D's keep spinning and these hoes keep grinning, I'll be rolling in my 6-4. What everybody's saying. Swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. This Stage Krunchy Milk, the City of Cleveland podcast forum. And we do it live just about every Thursday on YouTube and Twitch and your favorite podcast services. Get down with the get down, yo. Assuming you dig what we're putting down, consider supporting us on Patreon, where membership gets you early access to new shows. And we try it. It's our podcast where we try snacks, goodies, and who knows what else that week. What want to contribute to the show? Consider joining us in the chat right now, and to share your thoughts with us and the listeners, because that's how we move with it. You know what I'm saying? Today it's episode 592, and this episode is best in class in cutting capacity. I'm your host, Sarah 713, joined by the other host, the Right Reverend Lunchbox 2099, and we outside because it actually was kind of warm today, so I actually was outside for a little bit.
Yeah, I went outside in shorts. It was beautiful.
I've been in shorts, even in the coldest of weather recently, because I just don't care.
I'm getting older, and I'm not as brave as I once was. Plus, we've had snow on the ground for like the last 3 weeks, so it's like, I can't be out there in shorts, but I'm walking through snow all the time.
I drove past past Edgewater earlier today, and I'm just like, oh shit, Edgewater, the lake's starting to freeze, which is way earlier than the lake normally freezes. That's how cold it's been and how long it has been cold around these parts. And I'm like, this bullshit. Us having February weather in December means February weather gonna be even worse. We had old straight up Antarctic type shit, and I'm not down for that cause, y'all. No, thank you. You know what it is, and if you don't know, welcome to it. I'm going to explain it to you. We'll do a couple of news stories. Box has a segment. I have a segment. Not always. Sometimes we just are like, I don't feel like talking to you. We keep it moving. And then we'll do some amateur assholes and talk about our entertainment for the week. And it's great. We'll wrap it up. It's a good time to be had by all, and hopefully by you as well. This is our last episode of 2025. So thank you for your support this year. If you have been supporting, and pass it around to your folk. Let them know we still out here doing the dang thing, and that's what's up. That's 2 news stories. First one, let me drag it over here. Both stories are going to be from SKiM Cleveland this week. The first is Mark Opera on the byline. Timothy Lehman, police officer who killed Tamir Rice, joins the force in West Virginia. It's his 4th gig after the disgraced officer gotten since being fired from Cleveland Police Department in 2017, though he has resigned previous posts after public scrutiny. Timothy Layman, whatever, the former Cleveland police officer who shot and killed 12-year-old Tamir Rice more than a decade ago, is now working for 2 departments in rural West Virginia, as reported by Dragline. Earlier this year, Lohman, 37, was hired by Snowshoe Resort Community District and Gilmer County Sheriff Office as a patrolman, a roster sheet for the department shows. The hiring marks the latest stop in Lohman's often fruitless attempts to get another cop job since November 2014, when the 26-year-old shot Rice at Cadell Commons 2 seconds after hopping out of his cruiser. Fired from CPD for lying on his application, Lohman tried his luck elsewhere: Akron, Euclid, Palmer Heights, and even the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department, where he failed the written exam. Damn. He then looked outside Ohio. In October 2018, Lohman held a part-time patrol job at the Village of Bel Air Police Department, then resigned days after news of his hiring surfaced. Similar episodes happened at the Tioga Bureau Police Department in Tioga, Pennsylvania, and at the White Sulphur Springs Police Department in West Virginia. Both places Lohman left after public scrutiny. Samir Rice, Tamir's mom and head of the Tamir Rice Foundation, told the ACLU's Dragline she believes Lohman should never work in law enforcement again. It goes back to a broken system and broken officers, corrupt officers being promoted to higher positions or being hired to protect and serve communities they have failed over and over again, Rice said. These communities should be scared for their lives. Subodh Chandra, Rice's attorney, added, Timothy Lohman has no business being entrusted with a badge and a gun, and those who were imbecilic and heartless enough to hire him should be stripped of their jobs, just as has happened in other communities. The Rice family hopes people will rise up and protest, just as they did in other times where Lohman was entrusted with a weapon again. And anyone with decency and safety concerns should boycott the Snowshoe Resort until it takes some sense into the district. Can't believe people are hiring this idiot who cannot pass a written exam. Literal idiot. So I'm not just saying it because I think he's an asshole, because whatever. But a man who cannot pass a written exam to become an officer and a deputy. Stop hiring morons. Okay. This is also a problem we got with police officers now. You put dummies in these jobs, and then of course they start power tripping because finally somebody will respect them because you have a gun. They don't actually respect you. They're just scared you're gonna kill them. So yeah. So fuck that dude and his old D student ass, and may he soon be out of a job again. Just go work at a store or work at a factory. Go get a job that doesn't require you to carry a weapon, because you are known to kill motherfuckers. Don't do that. Or go get a job where killing motherfuckers is the gig. Go become a hunter.
But like Dog the Bounty Hunter?
I don't think killing is a part of that. You're supposed to bring those people in alive most situations.
Yeah, do they have like dead or alive bounties? Like, is that a thing?
That's got to be a thing still, right? No, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, because I feel like if you give them the option and then say they fuck up, and then they're just gonna start killing people and be like, "Oh, I thought it was Fidel Castro."
A long since dead man.
I had to think of something, but it turns out it was like Frank the Gardener. It's like, how do you oopsie your way out of that?
Is one dead or alive an actual thing? It's got to be maybe for like terrorists, though.
Yeah, I feel like it'd have to be safe for like an Osama bin Laden type.
Yeah, one dead or alive was a real, though rare, practice in the 1800s through the 1940s American West, primarily used by private agencies, railroads, and the Pinkertons, rather than governments. It authorized killing only if the suspect resisted arrest, not a license for cold-blooded murder.
Yeah, see, and how corrupt people are, I'm sure there was just like people that like had grudges against people or whatever. They were putting out wanted dead or alive, but they had the power to like initiate it,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that dude flirted with my wife at the general store. Fucking wanted dead or alive. Get him, boys.
And so apparently, like I said, again, as I go digging through it, apparently, like I said, most of that dead or alive shit was never the government. It was private companies. So in this case, I guess banks was getting hit hard during the Depression in Texas.
That's some purge shit.
Yeah. So the banks would be like, bring me dead bank robbers, and you get $1,000. That's crazy. The companies for a while, and probably if you thought about it in this day and age, you can probably go to Supreme Court right now and be like, I'm just trying.
That's literally empowering people to like murder people and then just put like plant like a bag on them. Like it's like shooting a dude and putting a bag of weed in his pocket.
Bro, that's
like,
why
he was dealing drugs, man. He had to go.
Those like states that have what's it called? Stand your ground laws. Motherfuckers just like I was standing my ground when I shot this dude who was on the sidewalk way far away from my front door and caused no real issue. Come on. Can't you see I was standing my ground? It's like, I think you just want to shoot that guy. Or a guy, because that's the thing. That's the point. It's not necessarily they be shooting. It's strangers. I'm just gonna pop that stranger over there. Yeah, man. Guns is a wild boy, man. I tell you, because like I said, what is the adage I'm saying? Everything when the gun is your hammer, everything's a nail or whatever, something like that. You feel, you know what I'm saying?
I had a whole toolbox with me this past week.
So I don't know, man. That's a wild one, but like I said, I'm gonna give you some positive. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna give you some positivity. Is it my alma mater if I didn't graduate?
You claim it, right?
Yeah.
Then fuck it. Who's gonna call you on it?
All right. CSU's director of esports on the growth of the university's varsity team club program. Greg. Where'd I get Ken from? I'd like to see in my head where I pulled a Ken out my ass. Don't know. How do you see a K to be agreeing with me? Kula is this gentleman's last name. Greg Kula is on the byline here. CSU, my alma mater, and my child's current school, although they are home for winter. So that's kind of a good time for winter break. 4 years ago, Cleveland State's esports program was formed around and had about 20 athletes competing in athletes. How do I feel about that, Daniel?
I don't know. I can't tell you how to feel.
Athletes. I'm gonna let it walk, but I'm also thinking we should come up with a better turn of phrase for these esports. I guess that it's esports, and if you play a sport, you are an athlete.
It takes a lot of hand-eye coordination to be able to play these games at a high level.
Oh, I'm not disrespecting them. I'm also just was like, I don't know.
I do feel like though it gives it a little like too much oomph.
A little too much dip on your chip with that athlete, okay?
Yeah, like when you put like random 19-year-old gamer, fresh out of high school gamer kid, and you're just like, oh, he's an athlete, just like LeBron. Like, is he?
I wonder who the LeBron of esports is though, because he out there. He's somebody who really good at this shit. You know what I'm saying? So respect it.
He would probably be like the. I mean, I don't know if he's a gamer. I know he's like a live streamer, but what that iShowSpeed kid?
Yeah, he is a decent gamer, isn't he? So,
I mean, like I see every time I see him out there, he's like with his shirt off, with a six pack out, like running like fucking marathons against people, and
oddly enough, involved in athletics. So it's like for him, kinda. But I'm gonna put some respect in your name, CSU, and your athletes competing in 5 games. This is when they first started. Now, esports has grown to about 45 individuals in the varsity program and over 100 people in the club portion. With the growth at CSU and worldwide of esports, the Horizon HORIZONE Roundtable spoke with the director. So this is the Horizons piece that's in Scene Cleveland. Spoke with the director of esports at Cleveland State, PJ Farrell, to get the rundown on the ins and outs. Ready, player one? CSU's program was initially part of the athletic department and competed in 5 different games: Valorant, Overwatch, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and League of Legends. With numerous students who play each game, one might wonder how they practice for an event. Our Smash Ultimate team will go to local events a couple of days a week. There's an event in Brunswick every Tuesday that happens for Smash Ultimate where a lot of professional players go. Did not know that. Each game has other people helping coach. Some are even just the students. But Valorant has some extra help recently. For our Valorant team, they have not had a coach traditionally, but we did hire somebody from a tier 2 organization that came and watched us online, and we gave them a little bit of a fee for just helping us out in the last month or so. Overall, there's a lot of ways that they prepare, but each game has unique challenges. We kind of prepare them for the tournaments, but most of the time they just scrimmage online. They find scrims online against other schools who are tier 2 organizations that are also trying to make it professionally. Level up. With the growing interest around campus and the growing community around the world, Farrell expanded expanded the game's lineup this year. We have a lot of people on campus that are really interested in what we're trying to do. We've added another game this year. We added Street Fighter 6. It's a traditional fighter game, and I know there's a lot of interest in the community for that as well as, and a lot of the colleges are starting to pick up on it. The program has continued to expand, not just in size and game, but also in talent. Better talents contributed heavy to the accolades CSU has started to gather. I think last year was probably our best recruiting year. This is crazy to me and so dope at the same time. We brought in 3 freshmen for our Valorant team. We also brought in a couple of really good Smash Ultimate players last year. And then this year was the year that we knew it was like the beginning of our window because those kids now have a year experience under their belt. With younger players, as in any sport, the actual events can have added pressure as opposed to practices. Okay. When you get to be in person and get to be on stage and people are going crazy, for new people that are young, sometimes that can be very shocking. So I think this year they had that experience. We tried to take them on some different trips so they can get the jitters kind of out, and they came to play this year. Okay, so basically last year was like their first year, they whatever, and then so they weren't quite ready for it. But this year they done did it a few times, and now they out here playing. They out here gaming with the best of them. I'll read you one more. Good game. There's one more after this, but I'll read you this one and we'll stop after that. Good game. Not only is esports growing on campus, they're also winning outside campus. CSU competes in the Great Lakes Esports Conference, GLEC, which includes teams from Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio. Farrell noted that Cleveland State is the only D1 school in the conference. What we find is that a lot of D2 and D3 schools are the ones that are putting more money into esports programs. So the smaller, lower conferences are actually some of the better ones out there. Competing last year, CSU pulled out a great win against a powerhouse in Smash Ultimate. Last year was our first year taking it to Manchester University. They were our big rivals in the Smash community, so we ended up beating them in a really close set for our very first conference win last year. This season saw CSU repeat as Manchester was knocked out in the earlier round. Manchester lost to Illinois Wesleyan University. And then we competed against Illinois Wesleyan, and we won 3-0 in the grand finals. In Valorant, CSU took down Tiffin University and got a bid in Texas at the CECC Nationals. That was a big win for us. We were 0-5 against them the last few years. Their team was just really, really good. Each semester, the GLEC selects 3 games to compete in, and CSU won 2 out of 3. We are one of the first teams in the conference to win multiple game titles in the same season, so that was pretty cool for us. Both teams were dead set on trying to win the conference and take down these kind of juggernaut teams that have won the last few years. So this was kind of their moment. This was their year for it. There's a bit more to that story, and of course, the link will be in the show notes. I am fascinated by collegiate level esports guys, and then I wonder, do they go on to become like the professionals, like the guy who we just talking about won the game award and so forth and so on? Is that what they head out for this? Do they go and help make games and start programming? I mean, what is their where does this go after this? And now I need to talk to my kid about maybe becoming a professional Stardew Valley player because that's their game, and they got thousands of hours in it, so they could probably be really good at building farms and shit. Because that's kind of what that game is. In general, I might just holler them and be like, "You should be going to play around with these dudes in the club portion. That way, they got somebody to play against." But that's it. Respect due to CSU and their varsity esports team, and that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Esports players, esports athletes. We're gonna put some respect in their name and call them by the title they've earned because these are championship winning or at least tournament winning players. And so It's not like they have not earned it. So that's what's up with that. That's your news for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll do it again next go around. That's your news for, like I said, that's your last story for until 2026 when we come back and start doing some more of this. So that's what's up. But Box, if you are so inclined, and if you're not, again, you are not required. I hand the reins of this program over to you, sir. It is story time at Lunchbox. Oh, and hold on. Here's a whole little video that we get to play for that. I think we'll click on that. And that goes a little something like this.
I hope it's like the Wonder Years where like you got me like playing in the front yard by a white picket fence, and then like me looking lovingly into like my crush's eyes as I kiss for the first time, and then all of a sudden I'm getting on a boat to war. And then,
I thought it would involve books in some way, story time, but damn.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess reading Rainbow works too. So we spent all that time talking about guns in the news story segment, and I shot guns this past week.
You were talking about trying to learn. That way you ain't caught off hand. If you're having a situation where you got a gun, you know what the fuck you doing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, I had shot guns once before in my life, but it was like 20 years ago, maybe even like 21, 22 years ago. Definitely at least 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had made some plans like a month ago with my dad to go to the shooting range because I had like a 4-day weekend from work this past weekend. So I had taken like a Friday, Monday sitch.
I did as well. How funny.
Yeah. So I picked up my dad and we ended up going down into Valley View, Ohio. There's like a gun range that they opened in the same parking lot as like the Cinemark movie theater down there.
Okay.
And we just shot my dad's 2 handguns. He brought a 44 caliber and a 9mm handgun. And I'll tell you, man, like the incidental charges add up fucking quick because it was like we had to buy, like my dad had some ammo, but we had to buy some ammo.
Yeah.
Like the box of ammo we needed was $29. It was $5 for earplugs, $4 each for a pair of goggles, safety goggles. It was $40 to rent a lane for an hour, an extra $13 to have a second person in that lane, which I don't understand why we need to have a second charge, but whatever. I guess because you're not getting another $40 out of them, so you got to make your money somehow.
Yeah.
Then because we had never been there before, we had to pay a $6 yearly lane maintenance fee. So it was like by the time all this shit added up, for us to just go in there and shoot some guns for a half hour was $103.
But now you own the goggles.
I do technically own the goggles, even though I bequeathed them to my father to put into his gun bag.
And the earplugs. So you the
earplugs were disposables though, so the little box is down 2 pairs now.
But going forward, if this becomes like a thing you guys want to go do, that you can go probably get earplugs off of Amazon or whatever, so you'll be fine with that. You're prepared. You're better prepared going forward now. So next time you guys go, it'll be like 50, 60 bucks,
and
right?
Now I'm on the mailing list for the shooting range, so they're emailing me every day about guns and ammo. So that's been pretty sweet.
I don't know how much ammo costs. I don't even know is that something they just send in the mail?
Ammo?
Yeah.
I mean, you can walk in there and buy it right now.
You know how they weird about sending batteries in the mail? You got to have a big warning on the box. And I wonder if bullets is the same thing. Like, hey, this is full of. Be careful. We're driving around with this shit in the summertime, okay? In the back of this U-Haul truck, it's hot.
Oh, that I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But like I said, I can tell you that box that he purchased, or whatever the fuck it was $29.
Yeah.
Well, or should I say I purchased because it went on my credit card. He did end up buying me lunch afterwards, and then he bought me food the next day too. So I'll call it square. But so yeah, we went in there, and I hadn't held a gun, like I said, in over 20 years, and I didn't realize until more near the end that I was not holding the gun wrong, but I had my arms butterflied out when I should have had them more down.
Mhm.
Once I did that, I had more control and I was like aiming better.
Mhm.
But like, I feel like if I did it a couple times, I'd actually be really good at it. I can tell you, like, to those who've never fired a gun, there's a drastic difference in the recoil between a 44 caliber and a 9mm. 44 caliber has got some fucking kick to it. Like, you feel them bullets. But a 9mm is just kind of like pink, pink.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's like you can sit there and just pop, 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 and you barely feel the thing. But with a 44, it's like pa, pa. There's a lot of gun kick.
Is 44? Was it a revolver? Or is it also a magazine? You know,
it was all his is also a magazine.
Okay,
they were both magazine loads.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I be knowing. Y'all don't think I know, but I be knowing.
Yeah, and like we were there probably at about, I would say 11 a.m. because we tried to go to a different place first, but they didn't have like safety goggles and earplugs and shit. Like we tried to go to the place like kind of near my house.
Yeah, I was about to say, like it's like a one kind of in your area. Don't you slide over?
Yeah, we went there, but like I said, they didn't have the stuff we need because my dad couldn't find the various safety precautions that they're required.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to spend $20 on like
the headphones over the ear joints.
Yeah. Because he's like, I've already got a couple of different pairs like at the house and this, that, and the other, and so we ended up going the other place. And they were like, the first one felt kind of like more like a mom and pop kind of like local joint, where like the second one felt more like going into like Walmart of sorts, like the Walmart of guns,
a little more corporate.
Yeah, where they had like everything, and like, and of course the place was like twice the size and shit.
Walmart is already the Walmart of guns.
Well, I meant, yeah, you'd be like the department store. We'll call it like the Sears of rifles.
Would I be comfortable there?
I didn't feel any racism, and and there were black people there shooting.
Okay. There you go. It matters to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go in a situation where I'm like, especially when motherfuckers got guns in their hands. Like, I'm like, you feel me, right? You feel me. So
yeah, I had a nice conversation with the cashier.
Yeah.
It's funny because you know how like at our company years ago there was a guy who worked in a different office in a different like city in our state.
Yes,
same name.
Yeah.
I have run into people in my life that know him. Like a person who sat next to me on my flight to Vegas last year knew him.
That's crazy.
And while I was checking out, I had to show my ID to the cashier for the waivers and everything. And she goes, "Oh, I know someone with that name." And I go, "Oh, did they work at such and such place?" And she goes, "Yeah, they did." And I went, like, "Oh,
I used to get his emails."
Yeah, I used to get phone calls for him. He pissed somebody off. And then I told her, I'm like, "Yeah, this isn't the first time this has happened." And I'm like, "I wonder if he ever gets this for me." Like, you know, he runs into someone that knows me, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy." Just out here like ships in the night.
That's hilarious. Do they have guns for rental, or is that something I need to come in there with my own piece?
Honestly, I don't know. I think they do. But I like my dad had his already, so like it wasn't like something I was looking into.
Yeah.
They definitely sell them there. I can tell you that. But yeah, like I think they do, but obviously charge for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know they do like instructions, like you can hire an instructor and stuff.
Okay. Not to be putting your dad's business all out there. Is he only a small arms guy, or does he have some long guns?
I honestly don't know what's all in his armory.
Okay.
I believe he has a little bit of everything, but I don't know that for sure because this is actually the first time I've ever done this with my dad. Like obviously never having done it in 20 years, but
yeah.
Like I know he has like stuff, but like to what he has, I don't know.
I asked that only because, like I said, I would. Again, I told you I never want to own a gun, but I would like to know how to use a gun, just like kind of like similar to you. I'm saying I'd like to be able to use one, not I don't have to be perfect. I'm saying I don't got to go join the Olympics, but I like to know how to use one in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's your safety, here's your hammer, here's your slide, and all that good shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And so
that was the thing about it too. Is like my dad didn't go over any of that shit with me before we got into the lane, and like when you're in the lane, like there's people around you shooting guns. So there's like even though you have earplugs in, like you still hear that shit.
Yeah,
and the lanes aren't like giant rooms. Like you're literally in like a little booth of sorts.
Yeah.
And so there's not a lot of conversation to be had. And so like I had to use common sense and kind of like the little bit of experience I had from 20 years ago to make sure that I didn't do anything fucking detrimental, because my dad didn't show me, like he didn't even say that the safety was on.
Yeah.
And so it's like I made sure to have my finger off the fucking trigger the whole time. I had that thing pointed down lane the whole time. Like I didn't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know how to like take the magazine out at first. So, like he did have to show me that when I had to go like for reloading. But like once I got it down, because like we did kind of like 2 cycles each. Like on the second cycle, I did everything myself. Like I did it myself on the first one go too, but like I had to have him show me. After that, I just blazed through it. Like I fired off, reloaded, fired off. Like I had it down.
You are the quintessential quick learner. You learn and you know it, and now you know it. That's just how you move. So I get that. And I wonder if it'd be the same for me. You're like, hey, what the hell I gotta do? Hold on. I feel like that's how I would be.
Yeah. And like I will say that like, because I don't have a ton of experience and I hadn't done it in so long, I did have like some of those nerves at first of like just making sure that like I didn't do anything fucked up. I didn't like hurt anybody or kill myself or anything. And but like once I got kind of like into it, and then when I realized that I was doing it kind of wrong, because like I'd never had proper instruction.
Yeah.
And when I went shooting with my buddy, he had like a 22 rifle.
Yeah.
So it was like you had to hold a rifle a certain way because in the nature of the gun.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't have like a lot of experience holding a handgun myself. So it wasn't until like I said, like I was kind of on the back half of the second go around where I realized what I was doing wrong. And because it does affect your shot, like the way that your wrists kind of bend and the way like your arms move when the gun's firing and everything, like it affects your trajectory. Because we were shooting at targets that like on the targets we had, the areas it was going, it was kind of telling you why it was going that way instead of in the middle. And so like once I kind of made the adjustment, like I was banging kind of bullseyes. We were shooting about 10 meters out or so with the handgun, which like I was fine with. Like like I'm not a marksman per se.
I love it because you said meters. I'm like, look at old European boy here. It's meters and not feet.
Well, when I play Call of Duty, the gun range on the game is meters.
It's meters. I know.
And they just had the numbers on the wall, so I just assumed it was meters.
We should be doing shit in meters, with the exception. We should be doing shit in metric, with the exception, in my opinion, of ovens and weather, because 100 means something in Fahrenheit. It means something completely different in Celsius. So, and I feel like baking and outside temperature, that's where we do, you know what I'm saying, standard. And metric for everything else. Metric for distance, metrics for measurements, you know what I'm saying, milliliters, all that good shit. That's solid. Those numbers work. Kilos and all that shit there. Weight, you know what I'm saying? Great. But that's why I had to chuckle. My man went for meters, got real European on your ass right quick. Actually, he got real global because there's everybody but us. we're the weirdos here. I love it. I actually very much. I'm as you can hear. If I'm not implying, I very much am interested in that myself. Maybe we'll research that and see if we can get some action popping, and your boy can get some knowledge in my head about that particular situation. I'd like to definitely learn up on that, man. I just like as if you've been listening to recently and this last half of the year, it's been a lot of boxing as pop, and I kind of dig that. You know what I'm saying? My dad has gone on to glory, and so I am a dad, and so I try to be a decent father. But it'd be real dope to have a pop I could go shoot some guns with and go buy some gold with and eat at terrible
we did that on Saturday. Went to the coin show with him on Saturday.
Nice. Did he get something?
Yeah. He bought some stuff.
Good.
I bought a coin.
Yeah.
And then I actually went to another coin show on Sunday too, like without him. That I found another one out in like Westlake, and I went there with my buddy Jack.
Yeah.
And that one wasn't as nearly as big. It was like kind of tiny in comparison. But like I bought something at both spots.
Yeah. Long time listeners, Jack has eaten pizza with us and also performed at our one live show we did. So if you know, you know, and if you don't know, now you know. Jack is another character in the SKiMiverse. So it's good people. I'm saying I helped Jack get his Nintendo Switch too. So there you go.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do the ching ching thing on the name, because I'm like, he's been on the show. There's no need to like fucking censor this. He's been here.
Yeah, he's folk. He's fab. So I'm glad. I like that you're. I'm not saying you're introducing him to it, but
I kind of am. Like
I didn't want to say that. Maybe my man be like a well-known precious metal investor. You know what I'm saying?
No, like I was, while we were at the show, I was like telling him things. I mean, actually, like I was on Whatnot the other day, and one of the auctions I was in, the guy was selling like autographed copies of like the 2026 like Red Book, and on Amazon it's like $18 plus tax or whatever. And I managed to scoop up 4 copies out of that live stream, all autographed by the editor, for like $36. So I was gonna keep one. I was gonna give one to my dad. Then I was gonna give one to Jack because he's just starting out. So I have like a 4th one, like unclaimed, just like whoever wants it.
What is that?
It's kind of like an encyclopedia of sorts for coins.
Okay. That's actually I came across a video recently, probably TikTok, where someone they were going through where their grandfather had passed away. They were going through his stuff, and they found tons and tons of coins. And they were smart enough to look for your wheat pennies, your buffalo nickels, so forth, things like that there, and the coins that would have been minted with silver from back in the day. They knew what to look for in that regard. But to have a book like that, so they could actually probably maybe go through and do a little more research if they were so inclined, I think that'd be kind of good to have. So smart. I'm glad that's a thing that is. Who's autographing these?
It was the editor. I don't know who he was. Whatever. I guess like the guy who was running the stream said that he'd come on the stream with them when they were doing like a 24-hour stream once. Yeah. So they were like the books they were auctioning, there was just extras they had left over. They were trying to clear out inventory. Yeah. And like I said, they were underpriced from what Amazon charges for the book straight up. And I kind of wanted one of those to have on hand anyway, just for reference point. And then when they put up another one, I was like, well, shit, I can grab one for my dad. And then I had bought the first 2 for like $12 each. And at that point, too, I'd already bought so much other stuff in the stream that I had free shipping. So like whatever I bought at that point, it was like whatever. Yeah. And then they had like, they put up 2 at the same time. They're like, oh, this auction will be for 2 of them. And then people were trying to bid like the same of what I'd paid for the other ones, like the solos. And I was like, well, shit, I can grab those and give them away to other people. So I bid it to 14 and no one outbid me. So I walked away with 4 copies of that book for, like I said, it was $38 when 1 copy retails for 18 plus tax. Yeah. So I basically almost got 2 copies for free.
Yeah. Excellent. Good shit, man.
And like I said, they're all autographed. Granted, it's by the editor. Who cares? Whatever. But still, it's a niche little thing that you don't get if you just buy it off of Amazon. I was more wondering why I would want whomever this is his autograph, but there you go. Yeah. He's well known in those circles, and why not? So that's what's up. Very well could be. He could be coin famous. Like I just don't know.
Coin famous is a great one. Oh my gosh. Well, good shit, man. There you go. That's a solid bit of a tale from one box. So I guess it's my turn, and may I be able to do my turn without no one coming down the stairs and telling me we need to leave, because that's what happened last week. Okay. So I'll push this button, and y'all gonna wish me luck. did see. That bad boy was hitching up there a little bit. So we'll see how that video looks in the production after the fact. But I was watching that video like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you're roboting pretty hard right now.
Yeah, see, that's how it goes down. I'm going to attempt to refresh. We'll see if that helps. Okay. Hope we don't break nothing.
Well, hello, everybody.
Boop. How about now?
Definitely better than a minute ago.
All right, then we go with hopefully this is better and it works and everything's still going and we're still live.
Like a minute ago, you were roboting and you were all pixelated.
Yeah, like I said, I saw the video like trying to like throw up on me. I was like, oh God, this video is about to die on me. Last week, I was going to catch you guys up on me traveling down to Norfolk, Virginia for Thanksgiving. I got to go hang with my nuclear family, my mom, my big sister, my big brother. It was and my kid and Vanessa came with me as well. My youngest and Vanessa came along, but it was just us. And my mom got us a nice little hotel. We stayed at what was it? Home 2 Suites, the Norfolk Airport version, which had a nice little pool indoors. So I actually went and swam one morning. It was very lovely. So that was a good time to be had there. Very nice stay, good size room. And I ended up literally working there the Friday after Thanksgiving because I didn't have the day off. So I actually had to go do my job there. I had to do my job. Guess what I worked on? If you're wondering, because of CAS, I could not get on the hotel's Wi-Fi with the work equipment because the work equipment is very sensitive about that stuff. But it did let me hotspot, and so I worked all day on my phone as a hotspot. Crazy. Can't believe it worked. It worked well. I did a pretty average amount of work, although it was kind of a Friday after a holiday. Guess what? I was not really trying to kick it and do the dang thing on that. But I did okay, I think. Interesting things that occurred here. So, of course, I told you guys that was going to be a record store day. But Black Friday record store day was a thing, and I was going to be out of town for it, and I had to kind of make it happen. So I looked up some record stores in Virginia, and I came across one that had pretty solid rules regarding how they do things. And basically, you show up early, and I mean early, and they give you they do groups of 20. And so you go in groups of 20 and boom, that's group one. Group 2, 3, 4, 5. I ended up in group 5 and I was number 12 in group 5. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very worried I was not going to be able to get the records I was there to get, but we'll talk about that one shortly. But you know what ended up happening? I'm there early and I get walked up on by a lady who's like, hey, are you here to buy records and stuff? I go, oh, yeah. And she goes, do you think you'd want to do a live shot with us for the news? And talking about, Black Friday and stuff like that there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. No problem. I'm definitely glad to do it. She also pointed out to me that I was standing at the wrong place to get my ticket. I had to go walk down the shopping center, whatever, overhang to go get where I was supposed to be to get my ticket for the event. And what's nice about the event is this is AFK Books and Records in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And basically they say, come here at this time. Let's come here. If you're here early, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do our little early bird. We'll give you tickets, get your tickets, and then go kick it. Go do whatever you want to do until it's time for you to come back. And so basically I was there at like 6 a.m, got my ticket, and they said, all right, come back around 8:45. And I was like, oh, sick. I can just literally go back to the hotel and just kind of lay down. Is exactly what I did. No, couldn't lay down. I had to go back and actually sign into work, but that's what I ended up doing. I got to go back and be at work on time. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty decent. But I sat there and hung out waiting for the lady to do this interview because she wanted. We were going live like 6:30 a.m. And she turns her head toward. I moved my car and I told her camera person, "Hey, I'll be over here. I went and moved the car, and she turned her head and looked to see if I was still around. And as soon as she did, I got out and said, okay, hey. And I came over and I did a little interview. Now, I don't have the live version. The live version was a little longer and so forth and so on. But I do have the edited version, which I, of course, had to edit some more because they used my real name. So I hacked it down. And how about I share with you guys me on the local news? I think you'll dig it.
Another shopper takes research deals ahead of time, even how to line up efficiently.
They had an entire setup on their website. You'll get a ticket. I want the early ones because there's records I want.
Says shopping local doesn't just support the community, it can actually save money.
Shopping local is the way to do it, you guys. I'm telling you right now, the internet will have its deals and I can't knock them. But go around, look around, call your places and see, hey, what are you doing for Black Friday or just the season in general? And I'm telling you right now, you'll save a couple of bucks.
In Virginia Beach, Jordy Clark, 13 News Now.
I like that, like you're on the news in Virginia Beach, but you're wearing a Cleveland Guardians hat.
And it stays crunchy and milk.
With your stays crunchy milk hoodie. I like that.
The brand is out there. Also, so basically, here's the deal. I'm on camera basically every week when we do this show. So I know what I look like on camera. I know how to talk. And so I felt like, okay, and we do this live every week too. So I was like, I didn't sit there. I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't sound like a buffoon. I think I sounded pretty good. Good enough that they use my voiceover to talk about shopping locally, which I think is pretty kick-ass. I didn't look, I'm a big dude, but I didn't look I didn't look gross big on camera. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know what I look like. I'm on camera right now. So I kind of know what I look like on camera, but it felt good to not look disgustingly massive.
You got plenty of media training at this point, considering the fact that you're going to be like you're going to be the talking dead of baking.
That's exactly the hope that my intention I want to be the extra slice. And so, and that's the thing. I was like, okay. And that's why I felt real good about it. And my mom was like, oh, look at my baby boy. And I'm like, Mama, I do this shit live every week. This is nothing to me to be live on a program. But I also took I guess I can maybe dig that picture. I took a little selfie with them after the fact and thanked them and they thanked me, and it was very lovely. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good time to be had. Do I have that picture? Yeah, I do have that picture. Pull this picture up, which I'm going to show you on screen, but I might edit that into the show right there. But that's Jordy there in the middle. That's the lady who interviewed me, and that's her camera person. And I forgot her name. And they were super nice, and it was just a good time. And we talked for a little bit.
Damn, Jordy, look at you, girl.
We talked a little bit beforehand. She married, so I'm sorry, Fox. I can't put you on with Jordy. But she is definitely right down your street, my guy. That is your kind of lady. And but we were just talking about, oh, how was Thanksgiving and so forth and so on. And it was a good time to be had. And I told her straight up, oh, I'll definitely be taking your shit and editing it into my podcast. So I'm not gonna say I got permission, but I definitely let him know it was going down like that. And she goes, oh, so you know what's up? And I'm like, yes, I do. So it's all for the good. But how random was that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm group 5. I'm standing there in line, and this always happens. My kids will tell you this. My partner will tell you this. Box has been around me, and when I'm in these situations, I kind of make line friends. Just do. And this guy sitting right next to me, and he's like, he starts coughing. He's like, oh man, don't worry, it's not COVID, it's just weed, because weed's legal in Virginia. So he's just sitting there ripping a bowl, hanging out with me in line to go into the store and get our records. And so how this process works is, saying you get this group of you get your group of 20, you go into the bookstore. They take you down to toward the cash registers. They have you circle up around a table. And they explain to you that you go up, you say what you want. If they have it, they'll grab it. If they don't have it, you can ask for something else. And you can do that as many times as you want. You know what I'm saying? But you got to always go back to the beginning of the line. You know what I'm saying? They round robin. They do a snake draft, basically. And so no one asked for the records I wanted until some guy 2 spaces behind me asked for both the records that I wanted. It's like, it was crazy. I'm like, he got the exact records I got. And something else. He ended up getting the Alchemist Two Chains, not Currency. Two Chains, who is it? Two Chains, Larry June instrumental joint. But the records I told you I wanted and was going for, I succeeded at getting. It is Junior Mafia's been getting money 30th anniversary 12-inch on. I hope it shows up, and if not, I'll put a light through it. Money green vinyl. It's lovely. That worked out. And very excited about this one, of course. You know, this is the one. I had people on the lookout for this one around the country for this one, buddy, but I got it myself. It is Little Brothers, The Minstrel Show. It's their 20th anniversary remaster issue. It comes with this lovely, what's it called, an Oni or Obi script, which is a thing Japanese music and games and stuff comes with. It's very kick-ass. I love the way it looks. It's on 180-gram vinyl. So it's on heavy vinyl, which makes for a good bit of playing. It's on real heavy black vinyl. And it's pretty kick-ass. And so I'm just very, very, very happy to have gotten this. I got my records. I leave the record store, and there's this lady there who is a FedEx employee who is just biding her time before she has to go to work. So she's hoping she gets in there, and she's also hoping they still have these records left for her because she's in group 6. And then she's also in group 6 number or whatever. She's like, hey, can I have your ticket? I'm like, I don't care. There's actually a guy at the door. He knows you're not in the group. I am the group in. But here, you want my sticker? Have it. If he let you in early, cool. And if not, sorry for your luck. But while I was gone, my oldest son was watching my house, and this record landed on my my porch. It was just laying there in the snow because they really was disrespectful about how they delivered this record to my house. It's like, come on, y'all, it's a package. Put that bitch somewhere where it's dry. But my son came and got it for me. It's Virginia, oddly enough, Virginia's own Mad Skills. This was his debut album from 1996. This is a 2025 repressing. It's called From Where? And it's on this gorgeous blue. And if I reached over and showed you, I have the other record is orange, like speckled pressing. I really love the way that looks.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun record.
It reminds me of like the computer graphics we used to make back in the early 2000s. Like when we do like the splatter backgrounds and shit.
Yeah. So it's a really nice record, and it sounds real good. I actually got to give it up to him. Get On Down is who I got that from. And oftentimes Get On Down pressings are lacking. But this one sounds real good, and I was very happy to get that. And so that was a fun time to be had there. As for Thanksgiving with my family, I came down with mac and cheese. I made the turkey. I made dressing, little chicken sausage in it. If you're wondering what's going on with the dressing, I made chocolate chip pie. My sister loves chocolate chip pie, and I was glad to be able to make those for her. And I made a peanut butter pie because my son wanted a peanut butter pie, and I was like, all right, now I actually made that while I was down there. I actually went to the store on Thanksgiving Day, and I was glad that it was open. I went to Food Lion, which is one of the grocery stores they have down there, and they were very nice. And the lady, the cashier, was like, "Do you have but basically their Giant Eagle card?" And I'm going, "Nope, I'm sorry, from out of town." But don't you worry, I give you mine. And she gives me her. She lets me use the store Food Lion card, so I get the discounts. And I think that's so dope. And everything turned out good. My mom was impressed with the turkey because she like is always like, people are always like, turkey's so dry. I'm like, that's because you got the wrong people making your turkey. I make a mean ass turkey. And indeed, I made a pretty mean ass turkey. It was really good. I knew my mac and cheese was good because I made a small one for Xander, and he was like, "Bro, that was the best one I think you ever made." And let's bring you into the circle of the Treehouse of Trust here, the circle of how I got my mac and cheese to be right this year. I watched somebody else make Teeny's mac and cheese, and they were having the same struggles I was having, and that I think they were just like, they felt they were like, what happens is they kept saying to themselves, just trust the process and keep going and keep going. So I, just like them, trusted the process. And I cooked my flour for the length that Teeny said to cook the flour to. And instead of just straight up salt, which is a part of the recipe, I use MSG. I have a container of MSG, and I was like, let me just straight up use MSG. And I use that in the cheese sauce. And MSG is a type of salt. It's a glutamate. It's a type of salt, and it brings the flavor out in savory dishes. And also, I'm told it's pretty good with some sweet dishes, some sweet dishes that have savory notes. Boy, I tell you, that was the best macaroni and cheese I've ever eaten in my entire life, and I made it. That shit was crazy. It was wild. I was very happy with how it turned out. Because usually I had my youngest was here to do it for me, but they were at school still. I had to fucking grind this cheese. But my kid pointed out to me that I probably could use my blender. The blender I have is actually strong enough to I probably could have dumped it in there food processor style. And maybe next time we'll try. But I sat there grating cheese by hand, and it really, really turned out well, y'all. And it was very good.
Why do you tell me the cheese was so good?
And my family was impressed with it as well, which I'm like, oh, that's dope. That means I did it. Like I said, my oldest was impressed with it. My mother and sister and brother and guests were impressed with it as well. And so I was like, okay, I did the damn thing there. And I really, really, really appreciated how that everything turned out well. My mom made basically a German chocolate cake sans the nuts because my sister's allergic to them. And my brother can't have them either because he has Crohn's. And so, imagine the icing of a German chocolate cake just without the pecans in it. And that was very good. She also made greens, and I hadn't had greens in years. And when I had greens back in the day, I didn't like because I found them to be bitter. But my mom's greens this go around were very good. And I very much did enjoy them. I was like, these is good as shit. Again, I ate really well on Thanksgiving. I basically only had a plate and some change. I didn't eat too crazy, so I kind of kept myself, respectful, and so that was nice.
Do you ever see the videos online of like white people trying like quote unquote like black people food for the first time?
Yeah, I always chuckle at it because they
say some just out of pocket shit that makes me embarrassed.
I never seen somebody say so. I mean, I guess I hadn't seen those. What I have seen is people, they just have a look on their face like, I can't believe. I mean,
I saw one the other day where it was like a white dude and his wife or whatever, and they were like a food truck, and he ate something. He goes, "I'm black now," and I'm just like, calm the fuck down. Like you're trying too hard right now.
Sir, that was out of pocket.
You crossing lines, man. Like you can be respectful without being disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly the case. So, what I always find fascinating, I don't think I like white people saying soul food. It don't feel right.
But like, all right. So what? How would you want me to say it?
Not you. You have to understand you are a special case in all situations. White people is not Dan.
Let's just assume right now I'm trying to learn for the white delegation so I can pass the word along. Like I'm the ambassador right now and I'm in your country and you want me to pass a message back to my homeland.
Oddly enough, in this case, it was actually a Korean woman who kept saying it. And I was just like, it don't feel right you saying it. It has a zip to it that feels uncomfortable to me. So I don't know how you're supposed to say it. But it was not how she was saying it.
Because I mean, isn't it just it's a style of food? Like,
I mean, it's just food though. At this point, again, it's American food. Like, I mean, straight up, as American as apple pie, because we've been here this whole time making it. It's traditional American food at this point. You don't have to call it soul food. I get why we used to call it soul food, but at this point, I mean, we've kind of come to terms here. Guess what? We've been here since the country was founded, since before the country was founded, in fact.
I agree with everything you're saying, but like, and you don't you guys say it?
No, I don't call it soul food. I do not, and so I just call that shit food, because it's just that. You know what I'm saying? And I know what they mean by soul food is, in particular, they mean greens. They mean I guess in some circumstances, how you prepare.
When I think of like soul food, I think of like greens, mac and cheese.
Yeah,
I want to say oxtail too, but like I don't know, like that. I feel like that's more Caribbean.
Yeah. And I think there's different preparations of oxtail, and there is a Caribbean version. There's and again, that's still just slavery. That's the people who was brought over on boats, figuring out what to do with their food. So same difference. It's just It's the food of the Americas.
Yeah, like yams. I would put into that category. It's almost just like a souped up Thanksgiving dinner.
And I hear you. And like I said, I don't find it. I don't find it disrespectful of saying I'm black now. That's, but it just like I said, it was ringing off in my ear in particular with some type of way. And I just feel like, you could have just said American food, the food of the American South, if you want to get extra particular about it. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. The people, you know what I'm saying? Folk do be putting their ankle in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like one of my favorite fucking lines from Black Dynamite. Boy, she put her ankle in it. And I was like, hell yeah. Because most of the time they'll say, she put her foot in it. But in that case, he was saying it was so good, it was up to her ankle. That's how deep she put her foot in it. So that's why I thought that was hilarious. But I just feel like just like I said, you can call it Black American food, you can call it Black Southern food, or you know what I'm saying, or American Southern food. Because like I said, we all eat macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us make it better than others.
But I'm telling you right now, it's a bunch of people, it's a bunch of white folk in the South who make mac and cheese just like I make mac and cheese because they grandmama taught them the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I saw this year's version of the Ben and Amber mac and cheese Thanksgiving video, and Ben's starting to piss me off.
Go on.
Just the fucking audacity to think that like he can just change history with his little fucking his amalgamations, and then like you're putting these people in this position where they got to try to be nice to you, but not they want to tell you to fuck off, and you're making the holiday real difficult.
What did he do?
He put fucking pumpkin in the fucking mac and cheese this year.
I feel like that's again, people doing negative shit because negative shit sells and moves the algorithm. He know that's wrong. Nobody want no pumpkin in their mac. Don't be experimenting on Thanksgiving.
they've built their brand on this man being problematic.
Well, like I said, that is definitely for the algorithm, and we gonna let that be. It's funny. Their daughter is so old and talkative now. I saw a video of them the other day. It was like a video of videos, and I was like, damn, they got a baby now. They got to actually have a baby, and she is all grown up. And I'm like, that's so crazy to me. So that's
don't they have like another one now?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Their once baby is now a full ass child. And that's how long we've been watching Amber being. Something in my shirt is like poking the shit at me. I'm like, what the hell is this piece?
I tell you though, like the Instagram algorithm is doing everything in its power to make me forget that they exist. I saw a couple of people in my feed the last couple of days where I was like, damn, I forgot I followed you. And not out of like not a negativity thing on my end, just the algorithm buried them so deep that I forgot they existed.
I was on my Instagram the other day, and I was like, I haven't seen Jackie Smith-Jovich, who used to be here at Channel 8, in a minute. I was like, yo, where has Jackie been at? She moved down to Shreveport, Louisiana, where she does news with her husband down there. And I'm like, I have not seen Jackie in fucking forever. Wonder what's going on with her. And I go and I look, and I'm like, oh, she ain't posted since April. So there you go. So it's not like it's not being fed to me. She just ain't posting on IG at this point. So I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I think she's still employed and so forth, but still, what's that the reporter we be looking at?
I have a few in my thing now.
The little thick white girl who be
I follow her on Facebook and it's like Selena something or something like that.
Carissa or some shit, right? Yeah.
It's something. I think their last name starts. They both names over like a CC.
Yeah, she cute. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She cute. And then I feel like sometimes she takes the things she's reading wrong. I like that one right there was a compliment, and I don't think you understand that was a compliment. That was complimentary. Because somebody was like, that's a brick house and I'm trying to move in. And I think she felt like she was getting dissed. The baby, you was not getting dissed. That was all love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I saw an Instagram video from I think she's trying to like become like a new like I eat in my car and I take videos of me eating in my car type of person.
Okay.
And she had like a video up where she was replying to a couple a comment, and the comment said horchata cannons. She's a Latina girl, and like she like has cleavage in her videos and stuff, and I was like, damn it if that ain't funny. She tried to make the video almost like she was offended, but she couldn't even get through with it like without laughing a little bit. It's just like you got to know that like people aren't like being negative like that's a funny compliment.
It's complimentary. Not necessarily.
It does toe the line between inappropriate.
Yeah,
but it's still. I think that was more in the compliment lane rather than the creepy lane.
For sure. So we allow for it. What else happened when I was down south? We saw Wicked for Good. That was lovely, and it was a nice experience. And this was not the first time I've been. So okay. I've told the story of my mother eating an entire gyro at Roger Rabbit at Severance Town Center back in the day, and how it did. I don't know if embarrassment is the right turn of phrase, but it did make me go, "Damn, you eating a whole damn gyro in the damn movie theater? That's wild to me." So we're at the theater.
I have a gyro right here that I didn't eat before the show.
It's my mom, my kid, my partner, me, my big sister. My brother didn't come to the movie theater. My sister's best friend, is it her kids or is it her grandkids? Because they grown, you know what I'm saying? And then they partner. And then, so she come through. She whips out a can of Sprite for my sister. Can of Sprite. Not a big deal. I've taken a bottle or can of beverage into the theater because they'll have Pepsi products, and I'm on a Coke tip right now, so I've done that. But then she pulled out an entire pack of Oreo, and I was just like, "Okay, this is crazy."
Crazy smart.
And so she's just coming out of the pocket with all these various foods, and I'm just like, I have never, and I got to give it up. So respect due, because that was just a wild bit of adventure right there. I really enjoyed Wicked for Good. It is okay. Here's the deal. Everybody seems to know and understand this as well. That Wicked for Good is, of course, the back half of Wicked the musical as a whole. And everybody seems to always think that the first half of Wicked is stronger than the back half of Wicked. And so no one's saying Wicked for Good isn't a good movie. They just know it's not as well put together as the first half of Wicked. In the first, what we had was Wicked Part 1. But Wicked for Good was very good regardless. And so if Wicked was a 10, I'm not saying it was, but I'm saying if you're in your mind, you're like, well, Wicked was a 10 for me, then I think Wicked for Good is an easy 8.75, leaning toward 9. You know what I'm saying? Songs are good, just not as good as the songs in Wicked, because the songs in the first half of Wicked are the super popular songs. Everybody knows them. But in the story's good. The tweaks that you're like, oh shit, that's how that happened. It's crazy. Things I picked up on in the first movie panned out in the second movie, and I was like, okay, I knew that. I knew it. And I was glad that I was right. And so it ended up being a very good movie, and I like how it worked out and how it ended. So respect due to Wicked for Good. I'm very excited about that one. I kind of want to see this Avatar because I want to see Avatar again, because like I said, I had such a good experience seeing Avatar: The Way of Water that I want to see Avatar Fire and Ashes. But also there's supposedly an Avengers Doomsday trailer in front of it, and I want to see that. So that has nothing to do with what I saw in the South, but still. Coming back home, Breezewood, which is right when you get into Pennsylvania, basically. We stopped at Sheets there, and we get some food, and everybody, of course, everybody, mama's going back home too. And Apple Maps takes me in a direction. It's more my fault than Apple Maps' fault, because I knew what I was supposed to do, and I was like, well, let me see what Apple Maps got me doing. And they end up taking me in a direction that gets me all off kilter for a stretch. And I'm like, that was dumb of me. We ended up finding our way back to the turnpike and just turnpiking the rest of the way. But I'm still, for a stretch, we were off in the backwoods of Pennsylvania, and it was nice. I had a good time. We were listening and talking and just cruising and stuff. But still, I feel like it probably added an hour more to my trip that was unnecessary. And so, coming out of Breezewood, you turn left, people. Don't turn right. No matter what Apple Maps tell you, turn left and go get back on the streets the way you're supposed to be. Trust your man on that. And I should have done that. And I doubted myself. I was like, man, well, maybe something changed and I'm just wrong. No, just Apple Maps being weird. Once you lean just a little bit so far one way, they're like, oh, okay, so clearly you want to go this way. I'm like, no, Apple Maps, it's not what I wanted to do. But that's on me. Solid drive back home. I came home to snow, of course, because it had been a blizzard in my absence. But it was fine. Nothing to it. So that was lovely. But it's a real good trip. I was there from Wednesday until Sunday. We left out Sunday morning. And it was a lovely, lovely trip. I was very happy to have gone and hung out with my family. And my mom was just happy to have had that experience. Me and my mom sat and talked for like just me and her. You know what I'm saying? Because, she stayed with my sister now. And we sat and chopped it for like an hour plus. And it was a very, very nice experience to hang out with my moms and just cipher divine wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It's me sit up under her and having her tell me about her life in Virginia and what she likes about it and so forth, and what she's been learning about it and how her and my sister living together is working out for her. My brother's going to be moving to Virginia sooner than later, so he'll be down there sooner than later, like I said. Worked fine. I took 2 monitors that are still in the back of my car right now. 2 monitors and my work computer down there with me, and a keyboard and mouse and all that good shit. And it worked out relatively well. I got my records like I told you I would. I saw my family. I ate good. I did the thing. And that was that. Now this week, as in yesterday, 2 days ago, I went to my doctor. And I went to my doctor because I've been in my mind, I've been concerned about do I have or how to figure out if I have ADHD. And my doctor was like, I can't really diagnose it. I can give you some medicine for it if you want me to. And I'm like, how is that possible? But I kind of let him walk on that. But I'm like, no, I'm good on taking any meds for this without having talked to somebody who actually can diagnose me for it quite yet. But my concern was when I did my wellness screening for work, I thought my blood sugar was my A1C. It just was my actual blood sugar looked high. It was in the normal range, but I felt like it still was like leaning toward the higher, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I told him that, and he goes, you want to test it? And he goes, we can do the whole, we'll do the whole panel. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do that. So we do the whole metabolic panel. And today they hit me up. So what's funny is, okay, so he tells me also, he goes, hey, you know what? It's time to, check your prostate for, too, especially if you have a family history of prostate cancer, which I do. My grandfather had prostate cancer. And so he goes, it's a blood test now. I go, okay, cool. And then he's like, have you ejaculated in the last 48 hours? And I'm sitting there like, well, doc, that's a good question. And I don't have the answer for you. So how about we just wait a couple of days to make sure? So today I went and got my prostate blood test done, right? Like 40 minutes later, the doctor's office is calling me. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I am dying. Because I'm like, this is crazy. But he actually was calling me about my results from the other day. And the results from my prostate test have not come back yet. But what he tells me is, your A1C is spot on. So I go look at it, and my A1C is 5. Your A1C at the low end, 4.3. At the high end, 5.6. So 5.9, whatever. If you did the math, I am exactly in the middle of where A1C is supposed to be. So I'm perfectly normal. I have there are no concerns about diabetes, possibly. That was my concern. I was like, diabetes do run in my family, so I was worried about it. He is unhappy with my good cholesterol. So much so that he finally was like, I'm going to prescribe you something for this. Because my bad cholesterol is where it's supposed to be. It's low. It's like it should be. My good cholesterol is not as high as it should be. And you get that through exercise and they say a Mediterranean diet. But also at this point, he's just like, I just want to put you on and I don't know what the drug is called because they literally called me to tell me it starts with a C or something like that. So he wants you to take that medicine to try to get my good cholesterol a little bit up because that is currently not where he wants it to be at. But otherwise, I'm actually in decent health. I talked to him about considering maybe starting injectables in the new year. And he told me about the one that I discussed. I talked about you. And I was like, my man's takes this joint. And that's the one he was basically the one, what is it called?
Tirzepatide is the one that's in like all the actually approved injectables.
Yeah.
I'm using retatrutide.
Okay. So the one he was talking about was the government name is Zepbound, right?
Yeah, that's the one, like the one that you can actually get as a prescription that's the most powerful. It uses tirzepatide, same as like Mounjaro.
So the reason he was talking about that one is, and you may have come across it, and I certainly did myself the other day. The World Health Organization actually was like, this is the medicine to treat obesity. And they finally just said, we're going to stop saying obesity is something that people can just handle themselves. It's not. And it actually is a disease that has to be looked at like self. Yes, people have, gone on diets and lost weight and so forth and so on. But rarely, if ever, do people stay on point without surgery or something else. And we have these medicines now, and the World Health Organization is straight up been recommending and saying now says this is the one to help people really get the weight off and keep the weight off. And I was like, my man's be having poop issues, and he goes, yeah. He goes, people sometimes are either shitting their brains out or not shitting at all. And I'm like, how is it on both ends of the scale? That's crazy to me, right? But I guess that's a possible thing. But I know our job is starting to cover some of those starting next year. And if they cover it, then I will probably begin on that journey early in the new year myself. So we'll see how that plays out.
I actually just did that tonight.
When you told me you had just got home, I knew what it was. I'm like, whatever happened yesterday that didn't get you over there, that you had to go slide out tonight instead. I was like, my man just going out on a Thursday night unless it's a mission. So I knew what it was. So I'm glad I'm glad you're still on it. I'm glad you're having success with it, and maybe I can join you in that success as well. My kids home for winter break. That's kind of interesting. It's fun to have them back home. Though they left last night to go kick with somebody, and I was like, can I go out? And I'm like, I literally was like, you're grown. I go, if you need a ride, sure thing. Ask for a ride. I don't care. I got you. But I go, you are an adult and you can do what you want to do. I'm not going to be weird or treat you on some old, you have a curfew or something. Like, nah, go kick it. Go live some life. And they did. And I think that's kind of wonderful. That's a thing that they are whatever about. Yeah. Otherwise, you're all caught up. Everybody's well. My that little family emergency we had last week has worked itself out, so we're good on that as well. Vanessa's well. I'm doing good, so forth and so on. So the hustle was hustling. I had my year end today, and I don't like the way I'm being measured on it, because of course I didn't start the year in this department, but the way they did the numbers for me is like, you've been here since January, but I haven't been there since January. I've been at this job for so long, and so if in around the raise time next month, if they try to come on some bullshit, then I might have to have an HR discussion, because I'm not going to take some bullshit. So I'll tell you that. So we'll see how that all plays out.
I just always assume that I'm never getting anything.
It's not that I don't want to have a raise. I just don't want them to use my numbers against me, because I said, I wasn't here the whole year. And in fact, I was in a whole other department doing some other shit. So
the year-end review shit don't really matter towards raises, because they plan all that shit out before the reviews are even done.
Well, fair enough. So
I'm not saying don't fight your good fight. Yeah. All I'm saying is, like, company budgets are done quarters in advance. Yeah. They already decided how much they were going to pay you before you ever did it as a speck of work.
True.
The year-end reviews are just public record in case we ever fuck up. That gives them a cause to fire us.
Yeah. So, but otherwise, that was.
I mean, you should all try your very best, and give it your job, your all, because they care about you.
I'll be open and honest with you. Give them what they pay you to do, and that's what you give them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have desires to move up, then you might want to give them some more, and that process alone. But if you're happy where you are, then
if you want to be a manager, you got to work for free for a while.
Yeah. Don't do that.
And then maybe they'll give you a job if they like you.
Oh my God. I talked to them about that in a meeting once, and they seemed so like, what do you mean? I go, I'm telling you right now, that dude got a job that none of us knew existed. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, no, that's not what happened at all. I'm like, you can tell me that's not what happened at all, but I know what happened. And in fact, in your old roommate's case, he told me as much. I knew the deal. I didn't make that up in my mind. I was told by the person who got the job they whipped him up a job for him. You know what I'm saying? So don't come with me. I ain't put him on blast like that because you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna play nobody, but I'm just saying, watch yourself out there. Don't be lying to me because I know, and I got folk that'll talk. So chill with that. But there you go. Now you're all caught up on T's shit for the last few weeks as it is, and how I'm wrapping up the 2025. What an interesting year. I turned 50 this year, and I kicked it with my high school besties, and who both turned 50 this year as well. So you know what I'm saying? That's kind of fun. My partner turned 40. My homeboy Box here turned 40. You know what I'm saying? And we were hitting numbers this year, y'all. We was outside, putting numbers on the board. The Cleveland Browns are as terrible as ever. The Cleveland Cavaliers are bothering me right now, but I hope they'll figure it out because it's early. It's early going as it is. I don't know what this league is going to do versus the Oklahoma Thunder, but I'm glad they didn't win the damn cup.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that cup.
Hate that the Knicks won that cup.
That I can agree with, but I still don't give a fuck about that cup.
It's okay tonight. That's actually that's a world thing. Leagues around the world do those in season tournaments in all kinds of sports, in rugby, in footy, soccer, and so forth. So it's like they're just doing what the rest of the world does.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I still don't care.
I appreciate an in season tournament. I just do. So I kind of like the NBA keeps trying to tweak things. It's been fun watching. The women's team do their thing because there's some U.S. national women's team do their thing because there's some tournaments coming up for them, and the world wants to believe that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark hate each other, but they play on the same squad when it's the national team, and so all of a sudden you're like, oh, so mean they don't hate each other? No, you dummies, y'all thought they hated each other. They're just rivals, school rivals. Chill out.
I think they hate each other.
These coaches getting fired for dating the students because it was another one. In this case, it was the Ohio University's football coach. It's wild to me. It's like, don't. I don't know, man. I don't know if you should be getting fired for the Ohio University coach kind of had to because he was fucking around with an undergrad. But the Michigan guy was fucking around with a graduate student. She grown. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, as long as they're over 18, they're all grown. They're all adults. They're in college.
Hey.
They're experimenting.
So I can't call it y'all. But you know what? Every week, when we get there in the show, we didn't make it there last week, so here we are this week. We head over to Reddit and dig a little deeper into the subreddit. Am I the asshole? And sometimes it's great value equivalent AITAH. And we pull some of those and we discover and talk about if these people are assholes. And guess what? It has its own little video package as well. I'm going to play it for you right now. All right, y'all. Let me pull up these options for box to peruse. Am I the asshole? Mom mad because I don't want to clean her dirty sex sheets.
Did you just say, am I the asshole because I don't want to clean my mom's dirty sex sheets?
It's those words. Okay. Would I be the asshole telling my ex-husband's fiance he's using the diamond from my ring from our marriage? And am I the asshole for going out of town for a concert while my daughter was sick?
I mean, if it was the Eras tour, then you gotta do what you gotta do, baby girl.
All right, of those, which ring off the loudest to you, sir?
The sex sheets.
Oh, that's of course. We had to do the sex sheets. Am the asshole mom mad because I don't want to clean her dirty sex sheets? My mom travels for work and is often away for months at a time. Jesus Christ.
Man, so these are just simmering?
When she does come home, she usually flies in late, so she likes her room to be clean and her bed freshly washed and made. I'm happy to oblige because she's letting me live at home for free while I save up for my own place, and it's a simple request to just want the house to be clean. Plus, she's my mom. She's been dating this guy and has him over sometimes when she's in town. The last time she was here was Thanksgiving, and this guy spent the night at our place. I know that him and my mom had intimate relations. I love that phrasing. Because
here's where the guy's already wrong. He didn't spend the night at your guys' place. He spent the night at your mom's place.
I know him and my mom had intimate relations because I could hear it from my room. Yes, gross. But she's an adult and I'm living at her house, so it is what it is. Anyway, she leaves to go back to work the next day without cleaning her room/sheets, and now she'll be coming home next week for the holidays. I told her I didn't feel comfortable cleaning her dirty sheets because I don't want to touch her dirty sheets that have those bodily fluids on them. She got pissed off and was saying that it's not a big deal as housekeepers in hotels clean dirty sheets all the time. But I stood 10 toes down that I'm not touching those sheets even with gloves. She's still pissed and said she'll do it herself. But I don't understand how she doesn't understand that I actually feel offended that she'd expect me to handle those sheets in the first place.
This just be a little bit of a bitch.
Sir, I'm not cleaning nobody's sex sheets.
You don't gotta fucking lay on them and pull them off, just snap the thing off the edge, throw it in the hamper, keep it moving.
I hear you. Mama could have did that on the way out the door. Pull them sheets off the bed and throw them in the washing machine on your way out the fucking door. Don't have me picking up your damn nut-covered sheets.
Man, there's not on everything. Do you think just like with all the fucking money, you put a black levers like cocaine and shit. People be not on everything, man. Y'all need to stop with the germ phobias. I had to fucking clean up my mom's bed when her water broke with my little brother. Shit happens. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, there you go.
I wasn't happy about that shit either, but I didn't run to Reddit to bitch about it.
Well, Reddit agrees that this person agrees with me. That this person is not the asshole.
Man, your mom's letting you live in her house, and you won't even just do her the solid of removing the freaky sheets and put them in the washing machine. Come on now.
First comment is literally the comment I just made. It's not even from me. It's just from somebody else, and that's hilarious to me. Not the asshole. She could have stripped the bed and put them in the wash before she left, which I just said. That's crazy to me that me and Physical Dance 9606 are agreeing on this particular one. Right. Ask you to move into the dryer, sure, and make the bed if you have time. But it takes 2 minutes to strip a bed and start the laundry. Now that's dance kind of thing, but they mean it takes 2 minutes, and she should have put them damn 2 minutes in. And just threw them. Yeah, that was a glow in the dark comment, by the way. Next glow in the dark comment, not the asshole. Anyone who disagrees is weird. It doesn't make OP immature / lazy for not wanting to be around her mother's fluids. Also, OP does do the laundry, as she stated in her post. She doesn't want to wash these sheets from her mother's sexual activities. Go in the dark comment right beneath that one. Yeah, OP is fine, and it's a very healthy boundary to not want to touch your parents' jizz blanket, not the ass. Another glow in the dark comment. Good Lord, this is a popping post. Right. It's one thing for OP to have to strip the dirty sheets off the bed, and another for the mom to strip the bed before leaving and chuck the sheets straight in the washing machine. So the OP only has to touch clean sheets and hang them out to dry. Another glow in the dark comment. Why would OP's mother want her own child to touch her sex sheets? Ew. My father has had a very active sex life, and while he may say a bit too much at times, he would never ever want me to touch in those sheets unless they are fresh out the wash, and even then it's a very rare request. It was never a boundary that needed to be established. It was just always there. Once you come into the world, you are done dealing with your parents' sexy juice. No more of that. Another glow in the dark comment. What I find really weird is how a woman who is successful enough to have a regular work travel does not have at least 2 sets of sheets. I feel confident that I do not know any female adults who do not have at least 2 sets. Is this a real story? Another glow in the dark comment. Not the asshole. I'm not your housekeeper. I'm your child. To be clear, I think general cleaning is a reasonable ask, letting of living there. But not going into another person's room is a hill I will die on. I will not clean someone else's room. At most, I'd open the door and put the Roomba in there. There's a lot more glow in the dark comments, y'all. Y'all had to go through it. Like I said, of course, I always put the link in the show in the notes, but still, not the asshole. That's just gross. Another one, not the asshole. You. Box.
A lot of soft ass people in these comments.
I'm just saying.
Your mom was kind enough to bring you into this world, and this is how you repay her.
Squirt on some sheets, and now she wants you to wash.
And she gave you a place to live. Come on now.
Oh my God! All right, which one of the other two, man? Would I be the asshole for telling on my ex-husband, or going out of town concert sick?
Concert sick one seems like a layup.
Fair enough. Am I the asshole for going out of town for a concert while my daughter is sick? Over 6 months ago, I bought tickets to a concert 5+ hours away from my city. The concert is tomorrow, and I plan to drive down tonight after work and after dropping my daughter off at her dad's. The ticket and my accommodations are already paid for and non-refundable. I've been really excited for this trip since I found out about it. All week, my daughter, 10, has been homesick. She has a dry cough, slight fever, but nothing extreme, and a decreased appetite. I work from home, and it's a slow season at work, so I was able to be by her side all week to take care of her. She's slowly getting better, but still not feeling great. I updated her dad on her condition so he could keep an eye on her. But now he's saying I'm being selfish, and I should skip my trip so he doesn't catch whatever she has. We share custody. During the school year, I have her during the week so I can stay on top of her schooling, homework, extracurricular activities, etc. I'm not on top of it. If I'm not on top of it, he can't be bothered. Her dad picks her up from school on Fridays and has her for the weekend. I pick her back up Sunday morning just before noon to take her to horseback riding lessons, and the cycle continues. The only exception is the summer, which is a lot more hectic, but she spends 90% of her summer with me or camping and traveling with my side of the family. She first started getting sick last weekend while she was at her dad's. So if he was going to catch it, he would have already. He insists I should be keeping her at my house until she's feeling better. I told him I'd be dropping her off tonight after work, and he called me a selfish bitch. Am I the asshole? Edit. Now, before we go through the edit, taking what I just given you, would this woman be an asshole for going to this concert?
I'm okay with it.
She's fine. Edit. To add, since people are asking, the concert is Papa Roach. Don't know if I'd go 5+ hours for a Papa Roach show, but I don't love Papa Roach like maybe this woman does.
I mean, even when I was at peak Papa Roach listening, I don't know if I would have traveled more than a half hour for that.
Edit 2. I asked my daughter what she wants to do. Her response: I want to go play Minecraft with Dad. Oh. No, she does not witness our arguments. They're always in text. I made it a condition in our custody agreement that everything regarding our daughter is to be discussed in writing. She knows she's loved and that I would never abandon her if she truly needed me. With a mild cold where she is actively getting better, she does not need me specifically. Oh, there's a final update here. So I didn't even realize that. There's a whole nother update. I'll go into that. Reddit doesn't think this woman is an asshole. I don't. Box doesn't. But look here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 glow-in-the-dark comments right in a row at the beginning of this post. So let's go through them. She got sick while at his house, and he had no problem sending her to you and risk you getting infected. Your ex is just using this as an excuse to get out of childcare for the weekend, not the asshole. And then the next glow-in-the-dark post is 3 fingers pointing up at that post saying this part. And you need to tell him, OP, she can clearly be cared. She can clearly be cared without catching her illness, as I've cared for her all week and I'm fine. And she was in your care last weekend when she started getting sick. You seem to be fine as well. Okay, respectful. Next glow in the dark beneath that one. And she would have been the most contagious. She was staying with him, but he was fine with sending her back to OP, knowing that he might have already caught it and OP might catch it too. Not the asshole. He doesn't want you to go and have a fun weekend, OP. He is being selfish, not you. And then the glow-in-the-dark comment right beneath that, which I apparently liked, but I don't recall liking, so take my like back. So true. My mom knew she could contract my chicken pox, and she never had them. Yet, she was there for me the whole time, not to mention every year I had bronchitis. It's literally a risk you accept as a parent. My poor mom was laid down with the pox. I was too young to be of much help, but I felt a duty. To help her like she helped me. LOL.
Dude.
ETA, thank you so much for my first reward. So this comment was gold, and it's gold because people have awarded it. Oh, I didn't tell you, I also got my pneumonia shot, which I didn't even know they had a pneumonia shot until this year, until 2 days ago when they gave me a pneumonia shot. So I'm all kinds of vaccinated, y'all, because I recently got my COVID shot. I got my first shingles shot, and I got my flu shot. So your boy's system is brimming. That pneumonia shot kind of laid me down. I was like, wow. It really had an effect on my system. So that's a shot that if you get that, you might be feeling that. All right. Let's check out the update because she ended up writing an entire update about this. Update, Emma asked for going out of town for a concert while my daughter is sick. Friday after work, I dropped my daughter off at her dad's as planned. He answered the door with a smile, hugged our daughter. As soon as she wasn't looking, he gave me a death glare. If looks could kill, I'd be 6 feet under. Before I left, I asked him to update me on her condition in the morning, so if I needed to, I could reschedule her riding lesson. I was very specific that it needed to be before noon, 24 hours notice, or I would be out the money for the missed lesson. I tried calling on Saturday morning to check in, but he wouldn't pick up. Around 5 p.m., I get a text saying, reschedule the lesson. This motherfucker. I went to the concert and enjoyed the show. Yes, I wore a mask. Near the end, Jacoby, I don't know who this is, from Papa Roach, I assume, started walking through the crowd, climbing up and down the seats, giving fans hugs, thrashing in the mosh pit. Does Papa Roach make thrashy, mosh pitty music?
They were kind of like emo-y, sad, parents didn't love me type of music.
He came.
I think they've changed styles up over the years. I'm not familiar with
Papa Roach's current game.
Yeah.
He came right up to me, and my dumb ass was just frozen in shock. What is wrong with me? I picked her up Sunday, and when I gave her the tote bag, her face. What tote bag? I don't recall reading anything about a tote bag. Okay, anyway. And when I gave her the tote bag, her face lit up like a Christmas tree. Context for those who didn't see my comment, I didn't. So thank you for this context. When I bought my ticket, I asked my daughter if she wanted to go too. She likes the songs. She likes songs like Come Around, Born for Greatness, Renegade Music, Leave a Light On. Her response, I like them, but not that much.
I don't know any of those songs.
Even the daughter knows we don't like Papa Roach enough to be driving 5 hours away and getting a hotel. So I asked if she wanted a t-shirt or something, and she said, not a t-shirt, but I'll take a tote bag. Okay, there we go. So now I know she got what I needed that information. So the lady was right to tell me that. After getting home, I find out she didn't spend time at her dad's at all. Shortly after I dropped her off, he had his mom come pick her up. Fuck this dude. She only got back to her dad's about an hour before I picked her up. She said she still had fun watching TV and playing board games, but she would have preferred to play Minecraft. He sent a sick child to his mama's house who could have got sick and died. This is a terrible human being, Daniel. Fuck that dude. She's still coughing a bit, but she's got her energy and appetite back, and her fever broke before I left. After dinner, we spent the evening playing crib. I don't know what that means. Cribbage? Are they playing cards? Anyway, she's still coughing. No, I was just said that. Thank you to everyone who showed her support and gave genuine constructive advice. I did not expect my post to blow up like it did. To everyone who had fun roasting my taste in music, thank you for the much needed laughs. If you would like to continue doing so, I will post a comment on some other artists I listen to on my long drive. I think a few people made some wild assumptions by projecting their own trauma to my situation. To those people, I hope you find peace. Well, there you go. I am angry at her husband. Fucking son of a bitch. What a terrible dude, man. Well, people, so that was your analysis for the week. We start heading on out to Passion Weeks. We like to wrap up each week with what we call our little entertainment section. Basically, we're going to tell you what we fuck around with these last few weeks. And if you think what we're talking about rings off, maybe you'll check it out too. If you like it, let us know that you watched it or played it or read it or whatever, and how you liked it or didn't like it. Box, let me get my cursor where I need to be so I can write down what you have been enjoying or doing this week. What you've been watching, playing, doing, so forth and so on.
I watched the whole season of Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, Vanessa just finished, I believe, that last episode yesterday. I heard it. I'm over here editing the show, our show that went up, but she's right there watching it. And now she's like, oh my God, that's fucked up. That's all over and over again. So whatever that last episode we had going, it was going down for her. Very good.
I watched the movie Marv. It's got like Zoe Deschanel and the guy who plays Daredevil.
Charlie Cox. What's it about?
This couple they were a couple. They were together. They adopted a dog. Then they broke up. So they were like co-parenting a dog, but the dog's depressed. So they're trying to get the dog happy again, and they end up discussing their relationship. It's like a rom-com-y kind of movie of sorts. It's on Amazon Prime.
Did the dog die?
The dog did not die in this one.
Okay. Then I might watch Marv. If the dog died, it was off the plate, my nigga.
Yeah, it wasn't like what Marley and Me. It didn't have Marley and Me vibes to it.
Okay. What else?
And then today I finished the new season of Only Murders in the Building.
Okay. All right. And your thoughts on that this season?
I love that show.
Really?
And
what's the vibe? I don't know the vibe of the show.
It's like quirky, but like well written. It's like it. I need to watch the second season of Poker Face on Peacock, which I might actually start tomorrow. Now that I need something else to watch now.
Mm-hmm.
But like Poker Face is like a well written detective show because I think it's written by the guy who does like Knives Out.
It's Ryan Johnson. Yeah.
And so each episode it was like a really good story. I feel like they do a good job interweaving the various aspects throughout the season but you also get like Martin Short's like quirkiness, and you get like Steve Martin's kind of like good guy, but like I don't know, like soft, kind of a bitch vibe. And I know I keep saying vibe. I've come around on vibe, I guess. And then
it's a very descriptive word for the situation. What I actually needed from you. So that's okay to use.
And then it's Selena Gomez's character is kind of like aged as I know they're all aging, but like she's grown up as the show's gone on. Mm-hmm. And I know it's probably for like a personal aspect as well, because she's gone through relationships and stuff. But she seems more adult now as the show's gone on, where she was like younger when it first started.
Okay.
And so it's like she's been an interesting character to watch throughout the show.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I could necessarily say that this season was like better than others per se, but like I enjoy like the celebrity cameos because sometimes it feels like it gives me a reminder that these people like were good at their craft.
Okay.
Like Meryl Streep's a recurring character, and there's like
Oscar award winner Meryl Streep just be on a TV show.
Yeah, she was like hardcore. Like she was the main character in like last season, and now she's like a recurring character of sorts.
That's a good time to be had. Fuck with it.
Yeah, and this season had people in it that like I don't know their names, but I know I've seen them in other shit.
Yeah.
Like you know that clip where it's from that movie with the black dudes where they're fighting with each other, but they're complimenting each other while they're fighting.
No, but
I've sent it to the group chat before.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the movie. I watched it one time. I think it was like Sorry to Bother You or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm hip to them. I've seen the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the two dudes, like when like the one dude's mad at the other guy for going with like the white people.
Yeah.
And so like he's in the show this season.
Lakeith Stanfield from
I'd have to see the picture. I'm not sure which one's which.
Lakeith Stanfield is from Atlanta and
I've never seen Atlanta.
Get Out. He was the brother that had the when the flash hit him, he told the dude to get out. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's the other one.
Okay, all right. So it's the other brother. So it's not Lakeith Stanfield.
Sorry to bother you. I can give you the name here in a moment.
Yeah.
Jermaine Fowler.
Oh, from Flight. No, Jermaine Fowler is not from Flight of the Conchords. Although, what is the dude from Flight of the Conchords? Is that nigga not Jermaine Fowler?
This guy.
All right, let me move my little sheet that I have right over here. I'm about to look up another Jermaine Fowler. Fowler. I know who you talking about. I know that brother. But I feel like
he's like the type of actor that like I see in some things.
Yeah.
But like I don't know I wouldn't have known his name if I had just looked it up. And then like one of the other characters in the season, like I remember he was in like The Other Guys, and he's like he played a doctor in the Mark Wahlberg movie did with Will Ferrell where it's like Daddy's Home or something like that.
Jermaine Clement is from the Fight of Conchords. Jermaine Fowler, Jermaine Clement. It's just Jermaines in the world. Okay.
Yeah, and then like there's this like old actress lady. I remember seeing her and shit in like the 90s. I don't know her name though. God damn it. Come on. There we go. I don't know. But I don't know. Like I enjoy it.
Cool.
I'll be sad when it like goes, I think. Because I went to look to see if it got renewed for season 6. I waited until after I finished season 5 just in case. But like the first thing I saw was like a Reddit post where some people were bitching like, "Oh, it's not as good as it was," and blah blah blah. I'm like, man, y'all fucking hate everything.
The internet.
But, yeah. It's like, but it did get renewed for season 6, so that's good.
Good. What else?
Man, I had something in my head and it was a movie, and now I can't remember what it was because we were talking about Only Murders in the Building for so long. Fuck. Well, if it comes to me, I'll say it, but I do not remember. Oh no, I remember it now. Sorry, I literally I just watched it like 2 days ago. It was Haunting in Venice.
What's that about?
It's like the Knives Out adjacent. I guess it's like the sequel to like Murder in Tokyo or something like that, and like the Death on the River on the Nile or whatever.
Oh, so Agatha Christie shit.
Yeah, it's like how like Knives Out has like Daniel Craig. It's the other, kind of like A Bug's Life to Ants.
Yeah.
It's the Ants to A Bug's Life with this other guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I watched it. I found that out after because like I had seen on A Death on the Nile or whatever, but like I saw that a couple years ago, so I kind of forgot that he was also the detective in that one. And then I saw he like the first one was like from back in like 2016 or something with like Johnny Depp and a bunch of other people. It's like A Death in Tokyo or something like that.
Yeah, it's my man Kenneth Branagh playing Hercule Poirot. My mom loves those Poirot stories. You've probably seen the English version of it and not know you've seen it. It's a guy with a little mustache and it's a little hat. And like the Poirot books, it's Agatha Christie stories. These are basically, these are the Hydrox and Knives Out is the Oreo. And so everybody knows about it. But yeah, I'd love to watch those. I might get down with those. That seems like a good set of movies to watch.
The Venice one, I watched it on Prime.
Yeah. Good shit. Hell yeah. Fuck with that. You had a book that you had bought. I don't know if did you start it?
I have not, no.
Okay. And you just playing Call of Duty?
I played it once.
It counts. You played it. And of course we play Monopoly Go, y'all, so you know what it is. For me, I watched a movie called Stay the Night, and that one is a Canadian movie. It's being this girl just trying to get a raise at work, and they're like a promotion at work, and they're basically like, I don't know, man, you just kind of not a people person, because all she does is work, heads down working, and she bumps into this guy who is a hockey player who just basically got demoted from his job. He's getting sent down to Syracuse from who the fuck does he play for? Like the Lightning or the Carolina, one of them South teams of hockey teams. And he's getting sent down to Syracuse because he's not doing what they want him to do and so forth and so on. And she's an HR specialist and he's a hockey player. And the lady who plays her is, if you ever watched Kim's Convenience, she's the daughter from Kim's Convenience, Canadian actress. And just a fun little rom-com situation, and that I really enjoyed. And then I watched another one, Love Again. And Love Again was really, really nice. It is Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and I cannot remember who her co-star in this movie was. She is a lady whose boyfriend, but he really was just about to propose, so I can say fiance without much. Literally died with a ring in his pocket, gets killed right in front of her. They were at a coffee shop together. He gives her a kiss to leave to go out, and some drug driver comes and hits him right there, and she like sees it happen. You know what I'm saying? So she's fucked up off of seeing her boyfriend get killed. And then there's another guy, and he's a writer, and he's supposed to be writing about music. And this movie, weirdly enough, has Celine Dion in it throughout it. Celine Dion is a part of this movie, and she's so good. So good. Also, you will really find out that you know a whole lot more Celine Dion songs than you think you do by heart. When you watch this movie, you're going to be like, damn, I know a lot of Celine Dion tracks, don't I? And it's so good. And I want to say I watched both of those on Prime. And highly recommend. I really enjoy. If you love rom-coms, and I'm a rom-com guy, I would tell you to watch again. Stay the Night and Love Again. I am watching Pluribus on Apple TV. I need you to just turn on Apple TV on your TV. It's going to give you a QR code. And that's how I sign into Apple TV. Just screenshot or take a picture of that damn QR code and mail it over to me so I can just hit yes on it. And you will be signed back into Apple TV because you need to watch Pluribus. And also anything else you want to watch on Apple TV. But Pluribus is that shit. And it's so good. And I'm telling you right now, you should be fucking with Pluribus. It's so, so, so good. I'm episode 8 of 9 is this week, comes out here in the hour. And I won't be able to watch it tomorrow night when Vanessa gets off work, because that's the show we watch together. And I love it so much. And I love watching people recap it on YouTube and so forth. It's a really amazing show. So it's from Vince Gilligan, the guy who did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and a bunch of episodes of X-Files back in the day. And this is definitely more X-Files than Breaking Bad, although it does take a lot of place in Albuquerque. So, it's a good time to be had there. I watched all of part 5 or part 1 of season 5 of Stranger Things, and that shit is fire.
Oh yeah, I watched that too.
Man, they came back because this is their last season, of course. So they came back, was like, okay, I'm reloaded. You think you big time? Fucking with Stranger Things, you gonna die big time. It was so good, and I'm so hyped to see it. And it's like you watching, you like, they've been playing this shit this whole time. Or if they hadn't been, they made it work this whole time. I'm like, hell yeah. Will Byers, I see you. So yeah, you should be watching Stranger Things if you have not. The next part comes out on Christmas, and the finale comes out on New Year's. So get ready to wrap up Stranger Things. It's fun having watched these children grow up into the adults they are. They're really good actors, all of them. It's just a fun time to watch them go at it, and I really enjoy this show. And I find it hilarious. Hilarious is far too wrong the word for it. Interesting that Nancy and Will's older brother, those actors, are together and have been together for years at this point. It's gross. But they are a couple in real life, so that's kind of cool. A showman's changed and whatever. I finished Ghost of Yotei. I platinum Ghost of Yotei on PlayStation 5. I beat the stuffing out of that game. When it's all said and done, I can tell you right now, I can tell you how much I put into that game. Let me pull up my PlayStation app here. 112 hours is what I put into that game. And again, I 100% of that game. I beat that game like I beat no other. I'm currently in the midst of playing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the Switch 2 edition. It's so good. And what's funny is there are a good chunk of people on the internet who, again, don't like this game. And the reasons they don't like it are dumb to me. And so I love this game and have been having a really, really, really great time with it. And I'm almost done with it. I'm almost at the point where I'm about to go to the last level, and I'll probably wrap that up over the weekend here. I read through Dan Brown's latest book, The Secret of Secrets. Dan Brown is the guy who writes the Da Vinci Code. That book had 139 chapters, Dan.
Damn.
And it reminds me of Roy Kent talking about when he was reading Da Vinci Code. He goes, the chapters are so short, you can't help but keep reading it. And that's exactly what it is. It's 139 short-ass chapters in a long-ass book that ended up being a real fun little bit of a murder mystery romp, because that's how my man Robert Langdon gets around in Europe. And I'm not saying I can highly recommend it, but if you enjoy the Da Vinci Code series of books, and there's many more after that, then yeah, I can tell you to get down with this one. It's a very nice, fun little adventure here. You remember last week, or if you're maybe not, that my hold for Without Remorse and then Rainbow Six came through while we were on the air. I went through Without Remorse, a very good book. It takes place in 1970, and it takes place around Baltimore, and this character is avenging his this girlfriend that got killed after his wife got killed. Basically, imagine John Wick in the 70s, and the dog is his girlfriend. Crazy. It's crazy how it goes down, but it ended up being a real good book. And of course, Rainbow Six is the direct sequel to it, though the character shows up in other books in the Tom Clancy verse. But this is the direct sequel to it. It happens like 25 years later, and he is Rainbow Six, the character. He actually is. That's his title. He is the titles are throughout Rainbow Six are people, and they are Rainbow 1 through whatever, and he is Rainbow Six, the leader of the organization that is Rainbow. And so I just started that one today. I saw somebody on TikTok talking about this author who has won multiple what the fuck are they called? Jupiter Awards, I think. It's right is the they get for sci-fi fantasy and N.K. Jemisin, and they said her book series of the 5th season, it's like 2 or 3 books, is real good. So I went ahead and just threw a hold on that, and that hold popped up today. And so I'll probably start that one after I finish Rainbow Six. So I'm on it. I love these. I don't know. I love books, man. I'm in a book place right now. I'm not in a super. I still have some podcasts I get down with, but right now I'm in a story kind of place, and so I'm kind of enjoying that instead. I would tell you to listen to the episode of Heavyweight. I keep telling you about that podcast, and I told you as we discussed our Spotify Wraps of last week that the episodes are very are very good. But I would tell you to listen to number 65, Meredith. That one came out on December 11th, and it's funny and also interesting to listen to, is it's about this woman who ate her kids' weed gummies and is mad that he hasn't apologized to her about it 3 years after the fact. Highly worth a listen. It's a very fun story. It's good characters in that. It's not a story, but it is a story being told by the people who lived it. I think it's very good. So that is that. You know what it is, people. And if you don't, here I'm going to tell you. If you like hearing us wax poetic about all things Cleveland, because we do, and ourselves, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. We're here just about every Thursday around 8:30 p.m. We won't be for the next couple of weeks, but that's because of the holidays. If you want to join us live and on podcast services, if you want to join us live and we're on podcast services otherwise, feel me? Consider copping a shirt or other items over at tpublic.com/user stays Crunchy and Milk, all one word, Crunchy, of course, being spelled with a K. And feel free to shoot us a voicemail, a text, whatever you are so inclined to do, at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We certainly love to hear from you. Our missing man, he's not really missing at this point. We can kind of make it happen if we need to make it happen, but we try to give him his space. And when he wants to make a show, we make a show. Is the 216 on Tatum 216. That guy right there is the Right Reverend Lunchbox 2099. He's not really in the social medias like that, but if you want to follow him, please do.
Yeah, be my guest.
I am the Internet's Terror 713. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Day, Happy New Year. I think we're wrapping up Hanukkah as we record it, so I can't really, give you if you hear this next week, trust I told you Happy Hanukkah this week. Okay, vibe. And any other holiday in the mix of, if I don't tell you, whatever. May your team
will be starting soon.
Yeah. May your team win its bowl game.
When's the next Bake-Off season starting?
We got to stretch. So the next one will of course be the Great American Baking Show, and they usually come back around the spring. But who knows? We should record a Christmas episode, and if I do that, it'll be this upcoming Tuesday, and I'll try to have it up on Christmas Day if I pull that off. I have not pulled that off yet. I've not discussed it with anyone yet, so don't take it on that one. But we'll see. Don't worry about it. But you know what it is. Don't make me push into traffic. We'll do it again next time. Peace.
What happened to your ass? It was too beautiful.
Stays crunchy and milk.